No, we're started. We're going. We're recording.
Welcome to the recording. Welcome back to another episode of Echoing Bomb. I hope you enjoyed last time's. That was a certain amount of hell. Speaking of hell, please check out this glorious artwork that we've done today. Now, a little bit of a peek behind the scenes. Session got started late because of my mistakes. So, as is tradition, if GM isn't in class by 30 minutes, you have a right to deface literally all of the property. So, this is how it turned out. This time, we'll be approaching a new story. A slightly different take on the same tale that we've seen so far. I say slightly, but, you know. Perspective's a hell of a thing.
Truths of the worlds and shit, you know?
Truths of the world and shit. Well, as an absolute point of certainty, Ansler.
Yay.
The last thing you remember is hitting the spray. Being caught in a whirlpool, dragging yourself towards that coral reef. You managed to force yourself up. You managed to force yourself up the reef, and you look out over a land that's. Was it the sun setting moments ago? Feels like the darkness swept in oddly fast. In fact, a lot of this area seems odd. Something not quite right, rubbing you the wrong way about this island. You just arrived here after all, but all of your instincts tell you that that's incorrect.
He upon landing, tries to catch his breath a bit and looks around and quickly reaches into his back to pull out the lantern and take a look at it.
You look at the lantern, and for a second it flashes purple, but then it shifts, actually growing sort of a weary, empty color. It almost seems hollow, smoke-like. And the purple flares up again. So weird. You look down at yourself. You're not wearing your armor? But you remember wearing it when you were in the water. You look around for it, and you actually see it lying a short distance away.
He looks around. Where's the sword at?
You look around for the sword. Give me a roll to die.
Alrighty.
Okay. Wow. Damn, okay. Legit.
Oh, wait, he was locked into something.
Oh, yeah, give me a reset, then a roll to die.
Yeah. Boop, boop. Up. Okay, and now let's roll to die. Ah, much better.
Much
This
better.
is what I wanted. I wanted to fail.
It's funny though, because the thing you were locked into was red, which was a 1. So.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So yeah, you look around for the sword, and you first you walk over to your armor and you take a look at that, and you're looking around like, where the hell is that thing? And you're looking and you're scanning, and you almost feel its tug. The slightest connection between you and it that pulls you over towards the cliff.
He starts heading up towards the edge of this place.
You notice that it is wedged in the side of the cliff face somehow. You don't know how it got there. It is stuck in deep, though.
He kind of, leans down for a sec and, takes a look at it. So how'd you manage to get yourself into this situation?
Almost from the sword itself, little bits of wispy smoke begin to form. An illusion that only you're aware of, but a form that you're acutely used to after years of exposure to this man. He flits into existence, a well-dressed individual that honestly seems completely at odds with the power that this weapon holds. Frankly, I'm not entirely sure. He looks down and around. It's the weirdest thing. If I didn't know better, I'd assume that somebody's trying to get rid of me. He looks over at the wall. I had to fight tooth and nail to get myself stuck up this far, so you should be grateful to a certain extent.
I'll be grateful when you start walking.
Well then, find me some nice legs.
He reaches down and grabs at the sword's hilt and is gonna roll to do to pull this shit out.
What to do to pull that shit out?
And if I remember correctly, if I roll without a swing, I get a d6 to it.
You get a d6. You can lock in a swing from that die earlier, though. So, like,
Oh,
you're good
I
on
can.
that front. Yeah. Whenever you roll to die, you can pick up any of those dice.
Okay, if that's the case, the one that is one.
I respect you.
Yes. If that's because I don't add an additional d6.
You do not know.
Okay. That's fine.
Oh! Of course, this is when you roll well, when you're like, I want this to go bad. No.
Yeah.
You manage to do exactly as you intend and pull the sword free. You pick it up, swing it around, and put it on your back. It feels at home there, like something's connecting up. You feel okay again. This person floats over next to you. So, how are you feeling?
Annoyed.
I would be too if somebody was messing around in my head. Thankfully, it's just me up here.
No. He starts walking down. But quite frankly, there's something wrong here, even more than the usual sense. He starts looking around. The lantern isn't working quite right.
Looks around. For curiosity's sake, am I the usual sense? Am I the one who's messing around in your mind?
Let's say yes.
Because for what it's worth, I wasn't talking about me. Sort of like moves in, and like sort of like steps down here, looking around. Someone, the second you lost consciousness after dropping off of that tower, someone messed around exactly with. Oh yes, that makes sense. You probably don't remember the tower now, do you?
No, what are you talking about?
Sword floats back up and over and points at the tower up that way. You've already fought on top of that tower one time. Now, whatever legend seems to be in this place, it seems to be one of peace. Thankfully, I can't ever find peace, so I'm rather immune to whatever it's trying to do. You, on the other hand, have a certain weakness. It floats in a little closer. You're still human. You have to sleep sometimes.
He kind of like swats him away for a bit. He goes, Strange. For me, it feels as if I just now crashed here. But if it would mean I've already done things here, then me not wearing my armor would make a little more sense.
Yes, that bit was actually relatively sloppy. How about I can try to do you a favor? The air and character around Sword starts to change a little bit. He floats forward, and you feel that same sort of twisting energy radiate from him. Just, why not give yourself a little slice on my blade? Just a little reminder to jog your memory. I swear, nothing weird'll happen.
Fine. Yeah, he's gonna pull out the sword and then give him a little nick on the thumb.
Excellent. Just a little love nip. It's fine. You bleed on the blade for a second, and you feel a sense of welling satisfaction within your legend partner. He seems to derive some sort of sustenance from this. But in that same moment, all of those memories come rushing and crashing back. You start to remember exactly how you spent the last few days. You remember the Reef Shimpei, Hot Springs, Noctua, Sasha. All of it connects up, and it's returned to you, shockingly, by your companion. All the camera angles are weird, though. The perspective is all strange. Sword was hanging out invisibly the entire time in various areas. You actually find his interest to be rather frustrating. During a period of time in which you were conversing with Sasha, he was staring at a goat.
Let's see. So he kind of like looks out over to the coral reef. This place looks significantly different than what happened last time, though. Last time it was all pink and shit.
Yes, indeed. Floats backwards again. And then taps down on the ground. Like, relatively fancy clothing seeming at, like, almost at perfect harmony with the alabaster environment. The difference this time, I don't know why they'd be invested in keeping you around if you pose to be too much of a problem. I don't know what interest they'd have in trying to reset you, as it were. Seems like an awfully big risk, considering your capabilities.
Perhaps they gain some form of substance from this cycle.
I can understand that, yes. Were I in their spot, I'd likely do the same then.
Well, standing around here isn't gonna get anything done. He starts walking over.
Yes.
He's gonna put on his armor now.
Yes, there's also a sloppy inconsistency with this. This takes hours to dry out, I know. You start to belt it on, and it's completely dry. It just... yeah. Something really, really strange is happening on this island right now. You're certain. You're absolutely certain you managed to kill whatever that creature was. You took it out, and then this happened? The last thing you remember now, from Sword's perspective, is watching yourself fall off of the tower from a third-person perspective, and you feel a moment of almost blossoming pride as you see how well you absolutely dunked that thing into the ground.
He kind of thinks about that for a little bit. Could be that thing is not the cause of all this.
I don't know about that. That was certainly a legend. It could be a subservient one. Maybe it has a partner. Says, like, half smiling at you.
Yeah. He kind of ignores that, and he thinks for a bit.
Fair.
Yeah, but now I think about it, I've seen a few... There's been a few things akin to Legend here. There was that creature in the caves, and then there was that dragon. Perhaps... He kind of goes, whatever. Let's get going. Like I said, if we can find anybody around here, perhaps we can get some clues to what's going on.
Understandable. We have a lot of ground to cover, I guess.
Yes.
Look back. We going back to that tower?
Well, if the Legion is still there, then I guess it would be worth a shot.
I could try to sense out the area. A basic scan might come up with something.
He nods.
He focuses in for a second, and then you feel this wave, almost this horrific cry travel over the landscape. A pulse of red that seems to touch down on everything it crosses, and for a second, almost taste or bite at it. And, Sword stops. This island is stranger than I expected.
Ah, I see. So you weren't able to detect a single thing, huh?
Why do you say that?
Because whenever your things don't work out the way you intend, you go, "Oh, it's so mysterious."
Allow me to clarify the mystery this time, then. It is indeed extremely mysterious. However, it is mysterious in the opposite direction. Normally, as you correctly stated, if I can't locate something, I am one to play up the mystery aspect. In this
Yes, I'm
case,
not one to forget the flesh ball.
The flesh ball was frankly so large and gave off so weak a signal that I could barely register it.
Yes, but
No.
you would think you'd be able to notice it when it leans in. It was quite literally throwing a wedding where it advertised itself.
Listen, you said that if I competently completed 2 additional jobs, you would forget about the flesh ball.
And as far as I can see, we're at half.
He taps his foot almost a little, like feigning being a little upset. Very well. Well, what I've noticed this time isn't a lack of anything to chew on. It's an overabundance.
See.
This entire island is like a gaping wound.
You think that Caligite has anything to do with it?
Potentially, though that is just a catalyst. Caligite or ambrosial is useful in enhancing what's already there. Sometimes it can bring something to life, but only if a particularly large wish is in place. In this case, I think it is likely just catalyzing the events of this island, driving the creatures here wild.
I see. Starts continuing down.
Just be careful.
Am I ever not?
Yes, in fact. I think it's my blessing that makes you not.
No, then it's not my fault.
It isn't. He smiles at you. You float forward with your partner, and almost immediately as you cross the threshold, the tone changes on the island, and you notice something. Scattered out in front, there are a multitude of creatures just mulling around. You remember seeing them in different parts of the island, but not here. It's really, really strange to see them here, but sword points. Well, we have obstructions. Lesser legend, just clear them out of the way, okay?
Yeah. He pulls out his greatsword, which is like this giant-ass fucking, pretty standard-looking big fuck-off greatsword. It's a berserk sword. But along it has these, like, runic carvings in the language of the Legion up and down the blade that kind of flare up a little bit when he pulls it out.
Yeah. Your sword comes to life and almost seems to radiate a sick power. All of the creatures immediately respond to you. Okay, I'm gonna need you to roll to die.
Alrighty. Ooh. Exciting.
Okay. Now, you look immediately around at the creatures. They're mulling about almost aimlessly. So fucking strange. You have the first go. So basically, what you can do here is, you, similar to Noctua, have your own wheel, the Wheel of the Red. Use it however you so wish. Your advantage triangle is pinned in the chat. Basically, it's the reverse of Noctua's wheel. If you have red, you beat blue. If you have blue, you beat yellow. If you have yellow, you beat red. And that will gain you additional turns. Furthermore, you have that special hunger mechanic.
Yeah.
Whenever you act, you can add d6s to your action, which raises your hunger and drives you more fucking insane. If you hit a point of critical hunger, that is when corruption happens, and any additional d6s you add directly damage you. That, in a nutshell, is what Ansler does.
Okay. That is good to know. So, I locked in blue, which I am going to now tell what Ansler's blue stat is, since I'm the player now.
Yeah.
But Ansler's blue stat, in all caps, is shredded. So, upon that, and now knowing about the good old-fashioned yellow shamoobaboo, he is going to he's going to stick his blade down to his side, and he is going to charge over this way at these two shades here, and he is going to try to do a big swing on this one right here, trying to slice it in half.
Okay, give me a roll.
Okay, roll to do.
Oh boy! So you roll extremely high. You get in there, and you feel for a second you have control during this slice. There's no hunger there. You don't need it. You just swing in and you attempt to shred through this creature. You drive your blade into its side, and then Sword's words echo across your mind. Something on the island is strange. And as you slice into this creature, you kill it, but for a split second you see it. Almost like a bag exploding full of leaves. This creature's inner essence leaks out and starts to spread across the ground. The area around you becomes contaminated in this disgusting miasma.
Oh,
The creature is dead, though.
Huh.
Sword moves a little closer. You see what I was saying now, right?
I suppose I do. I'm wondering
Well,
if I should even cut those things down or just move past them.
well, I don't know if I want to eat that, do you?
Not particularly.
Maybe a little taste. Floats over. Ansler, you gain an additional turn.
Interesting. Okay, so, this thing's just like a miasma on the ground, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so, Ansler's gonna do something a little funky here. So he's gonna try to kill, two birds with one stone here. First, in order to, satiate Sword's curiosity here, he is going to plummet the blade into the ground right where this thing is.
Yeah.
But then he's going to swing around with his offhand and grab this thing, burying his like armor's claws into it, and then taking it to swing around and throw it at this one.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
So I'm gonna roll to do there.
Yeah, give me a roll to do.
Hey,
Oh.
same room.
Oh boy, okay, they still can't beat that. So you swing around. First you sink your sword into the ground, and that and you hear him sort of react to that. Oh, weird. Hold on. And as he says that, you in the background swing this one around and slam it bodily into the other one, driving it to the ground. It collapses as normal. It's strange. This one seems fine, like it wasn't full of the same corruption. It rolls along the ground and lies motionless. This one's sliding backwards and skittering into the sea urchins in the back. Sword looks over at you. This thing tastes like death.
Strange. He takes his sword out for a quick.
Oh no, I can still eat dead things, though.
Then do it.
Gladly. Are you gonna sink your sword back into it?
Yeah.
Okay. You do so, and you feel that hunger in you start to decrease a little bit as Sword takes this fill. The miasma continues to spread. Even my own limitless hunger, I don't think can sop all of this stuff up. I don't know what it is. It seems to be some sort of a wellspring. Honestly, under other circumstances, this might sate my hunger permanently. Looks at it. No, actually, I'm relatively picky. This is low quality.
He takes his sword out. Well, that
You
one.
have been eating the same thing every night.
Yes.
You do, and you disappoint me.
He walks over. Well, this one over here didn't explode into something similar, so mayhaps it's only the larger ones.
I wonder why. I wonder if it's even all of them. Well, time to do field studies.
Yeah, time to find out. I'm going to drop my swings. I don't think I get any more additional turns. Actually, yes, I do. I took down that one.
You do. You got the yellow one.
Yeah, that's the case. He's going to go down and finish this one off. He's just going to do a, he's going to run down and do a straight cleave downwards to cut this one in half.
Excellent. That is a clash.
Come on, Nat 1. Damn it!
You're good. You're doing good. Your armor gives you powers.
I want to get a Nat.
Oh God.
Oh, that almost did it.
No, it does do it because it comes 3. It does 5. Shockingly, you move closer to this creature, and it's impaled, barely moving on these urchins, and you try to stab at it, and suddenly from its internals, that same darkness begins to explode and spread out, and all at once you are hit with a wave of this just pitch-black miasma and eyes. I'm gonna...
Okay.
Really quick. There.
So it's selective.
You look at this creature that is now collapsed. You take, Answer, you have 40 HP. In that case, that is a crit, so, that would be minus 14. Okay, you're at 26.
Okay.
Yeah, the same corruption begins to ooze and spread. An oddity. A true oddity.
You see. He thinks to himself for a minute. So real quick, any big differences between this one and these two? It may be like how they were acting personality-wise, or how I destroyed them.
Yeah. Give me a roll to do.
Okay, a roll to do.
Yep.
Boop boop boop.
Okay. This actually works perfect. You look at the creatures and the way that they're hanging around, and like some of them seem to be more confused. There seem to be some lifeless ones, almost dangling like puppets on strings. I will move through and mark them. We can do a heart. There you go.
See.
Those ones match the attitudes of these two.
Okay. Well then. I'm going to assume that if we end up destroying those ones, something bad will happen.
I mean, if you assume this overpouring of miasma is bad,
I am.
it could be good.
He turns around and leans in. You described it with the aura of death.
Death isn't always bad.
But it can be if there's other living things here.
Death leads to plenty of good things, like me getting a nice meal.
I'm not going to try to explain this to you now.
I find that you mortals are a little too hung up on the concept of death to begin with. He begins to say as you move on.
Okay. So, I assume I have to drop my swing now?
Yes. It's the start of a new round. These ones are mulling around a little bit, but they turn their attention to you. You functionally entered the next pack, and you got to deal with all of those. They'll get turns if you don't wipe them out. So yeah, roll to die.
Alrighty. Oh, excellent. Alright. Alright, okay. Yeah. Alright.
Oh, I respect you.
So, Answer's gonna reel back for a bit and go, alright. So, I'm gonna assume I can't kill those ones, doesn't mean I can't brutally maim them to near death.
That's the spirit.
So what he's going to do instead of killing these things is, I believe yellow is the one that gives red. Yellow, it beats red, correct?
Yes, yellow beats red for you.
Alright, so here's what he's gonna do. Ansler charges up, and he actually puts the sword back on his back, and he grabs this one with both of his hands, and he fucking, does a overhand leap above this one, and instead of attacking that one, he goes over and tries to use this one as a weapon against this one.
Oh boy, okay. Yeah, give me first of all, give me a roll to do.
Yep. Boop. Boop. Ah,
Oh,
God.
there it goes. There it's coming.
It's coming. And then they get a +3 to this. Yes!
Oh, fuck.
This one nimbly dodges out of the way. And they all turn and they look at you. Your chain immediately ended. Sword looking over. Should I up the hunger level? Maybe if you were a little more feral for this. He says as one of these things starts to swing at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a, in response to that, I'm gonna do a RP roll to die, not to lock anything in.
Yeah. Ooh,
Haha, Hungy.
Yeah.
you're getting there.
Fine. Just a little, though.
Okay.
Back.
Let's just give you a boost. Your hunger level radically increases.
Yeah, can I actually use that to give myself an additional D6 against this thing dodging out of the way?
Oh, if you want to give yourself an additional D6 on that attack to raise your hunger level, feel free. Ansler's other mechanic. So, basically, just roll 1d6, and if you can push it over a 15, then you'll be good. You do!
Yeah!
The odds are low, and for a second, you feel a jolt of hunger rage through your body as Sword hits you with the good stuff, and then you close the distance. This thing was dodging backwards nimbly. You just slam through the distance and hit this thing, a spike of adrenaline hitting your brain.
Yeah, he just slams that thing. His normal plan has gone out the window now. He has literally just pushed this thing, impaling it against the coral here.
You slam it into the coral and drive it deep in.
Yeah, upon that happening, he quickly turns and he actually moves past this yellow one and goes straight for this big red one here. He's going to try to plummet his arm straight through this thing's fucking face. Okay, I'm gonna now reveal his yellow stat, revealing what all three of his stats are called. Yellow stat, all caps. Smash it.
Okay, this thing will roll to resist. It rolls back, or that's.
I can roll worse. Never, don't fear.
Fine. There we go. That's the right roll.
Oh,
you drop the roll.
Oh boy.
Or you can take a little bit more of that hungy. You can get a little bit more hungy. If you want to just win, you can get more hungy.
You know, I'm feeling a little hungry today.
Give me that D6.
Yeah, yeah. What I think what happens here is that Sword sees that they're about to like clash, and Sword goes, and then adds a little extra thing.
Yes, little extra. You start to actually feel this this overwhelming mindless rage start to build through you as you just compress this thing. Tell me what happens.
Yeah, what happens is that Answer's going to go hit this thing, and it's like, and it like brings out. I'm not sure what weapon these things carry. I'm guessing like a hammer.
This one's carrying a hammer, yes.
Yeah, and it goes to like swing at Ansler, and it's looking like, oh yeah, it's gonna connect, and they're gonna connect at the same time. Sword snaps his fingers, and Ansler's just fucking speed radically increases and just fucking plummets through this thing's face as it fucking just collapses.
It lands in a heap and you're out the other side. Like, the world is starting to spin a little bit. You're starting to feel big hungry.
Big hungry.
He turns and looks at this one. He's gonna initiate plan, only mostly maim it. So what he's gonna do, instead of trying to actively kill this one, he's gonna rip its arms off.
Okay.
Alright, roll to do.
Yep.
Oh!
Oh man.
Oh!
Good. Okay. Hey, how much hungrier do you want to get right now?
I think it's a little too early to get that hungry right now.
You sure about that?
Yes!
Well, that's a shame. Okay, then. You grab both of its arms, and
it headbutts me.
Yeah, they're shockingly powerful. Whatever that gross, corruptive miasma seems to be is strengthening this creature. And then it headbutts you back, and your armor just clangs as you stumble backwards. Then they all turn on you.
Oh, shit.
Here comes some slappies. So there's gonna be a sequence of 3 clashes.
Come on, let's go. Kick
One.
me. Oh, good. Keep on kicking me.
Yeah, no, you get to roll to do versus each of these, so we get to play them out one by one. The guy behind you, okay, you get, yeah, that one's hitting you. Then the one directly below.
Alright, that was not as bad if I don't roll in that one. Come on, roll in that one, do it. Fuck!
Oh,
Bad roll still, and then the 1 to its left.
oh wow.
Okay.
Just don't roll in that one.
Oh, I got real close though.
You roll like shit.
Oh.
You roll like shit in this house.
Yeah, I think what's happening here is he just got headbutted. He's a little dazed right now. This one behind him gets a good hit in, but these 2 in front of him, he kind of like stops, and as they go up to like slap him, he grabs both of them by their long necks and starts squeezing down.
Yes, this one does manage to roll up behind and shank you, and then these 2 come in, and you just start to squeeze them. You crush them both together. Let's kill both of these, and then from behind, the one with miasma's rolling out.
Oh, shit, dude.
Gets friend out of the way. Give me another clash.
Oh, how much damage does one deal to me?
10. I already subtracted
Oh,
it.
excellent.
Yeah, you're doing great.
I'm doing excellent. Alright.
Okay.
Oh, good. Come on.
Beat that.
Give me that one. Give me that one. Ah! You know what?
That one rolls up. Yes.
You know what?
What?
I'm feeling a little more hungry here.
You feel a little more hungry right now?
Yeah. I have to roll a 6.
I love
gotta
this,
roll.
like, the beginning. You just getting everything above 18, and now it's down to here. The range of, like, 10 to 15 doesn't exist.
I
Yeah.
want to get just a little hungry.
You know what? Why not?
Make it so you don't
That makes
take
my
that,
hungry level 5.
That increases it by 5. You can roll another d6. You can roll another d6. Oh, good, very high. You're a lot, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is just for posterity's sake and for your sake as well. Your hungry level's at 20.
Oh, excellent. That means it's basically impossible for me to beat this later.
Yes. Just don't have to roll to die. Easy.
Yeah, so here's what's gonna happen here, actually. I think this thing rounds up, and it starts fucking slamming on Ansler's back, and then the hungy increases as he fucking turns around, grabs it, and then charges way back here and impales it. He said it would mostly maim these things. He fails horribly, and just fucking kills this thing as it explodes out. But upon it exploding out, he fucking plummets his sword into it and starts eating at the miasma.
Okay, I'm gonna heal you a little bit and drop your hungry level since that, yeah. Okay, let's give me a d6.
A d6? Okay.
Yeah, 6.
Come on, nat 1. Fuck!
2. You regain 2 HP and your hungry drops by 2.
Excellent. That isn't too bad.
Oh wait, no, I have a rule for this, actually. I'm dumb. I shouldn't have made you roll a d6, it's already in the rules. You regain 6 HP, because that's the damage you just dealt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, and your hungry drops by 6. So yeah, you're doing a lot better now, 14. Okay, this guy's gonna roll up.
Alright. Fucking kick me in the dick, my dude.
Yeah, for this one, you get to roll the die versus him.
Oh, I get to roll the die. Excellent. And I believe I get a +3.
You get a +3 from your armor.
Yep.
Oh.
So you get to reroll.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
it's a roll to die, so doesn't he just win?
Oh yeah, no, you just win. You are correct. Otherwise, roll to dice would be a little too weak. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, in this case, this guy
I saw it earlier too, and I didn't say anything.
Yeah, no, he rolls up and it banks off your armor, and you turn around slowly. You manage to beat your hunger by 1 point.
Ugh. He kind of like does a deep inhale here, and like he is going to. I'm gonna actually drop my swing here,
Oh, okay.
and I'm going to try to get a new swing.
Ooh, okay. So yeah, this is the start of a new round. So, and it is just you and this guy left, so.
Perfect. Just what I needed.
I see. So,
Yeah.
tell me what you're doing.
So what Ansler's doing here is upon this thing reaching out and like slapping him, Ansler pulls out the sword from this thing, and like just actually what he doesn't even pull it out. He just starts a full swing while it's still in this thing, and this full thing it kind of like goes through sword here, and fucking slam. But he hits it with the fucking non-sharp end of the blade, side slapping it and crushing it against this wall.
Excellent. Okay, give me a roll.
This time
boy!
he is going to try to not actually kill it.
Okay, you slam it into the wall. Are you gonna take a chomp out of it?
Yeah, well, it's the Hungy stat, you know.
So, you, in this case, if you're gonna take a bite out of this thing, you lose that 6 that you gain from your dice, and you only deal damage equal to your attribute level. So you deal 7 damage, and you regain 7 HP, and your Hungy stat drops.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so you're feeling a lot better after this, and you slam it into the wall, and it starts leaking.
He starts, like, walking down. Well, at least it's smaller this time.
Admirable work. You fed me adequately.
Yeah, he goes down. Wait, actually, I don't think I get an extra turn because the should move.
Flash.
Yeah, you don't get an extra turn because of the clash. You move forward, and then this guy's gonna try to stab you.
Fucking try it.
He's gonna.
Oh.
Give me a roll to die.
Roll to die. Boop. Boop. Fucking try it.
Harmlessly.
Yeah, it does that, and I'm gonna drop my swing and roll to die
Yeah,
again.
drop your swing, roll to die again. Start of a new round.
Okay. Boop. And I'm gonna pick blue again.
Excellent. Okay. Give me that roll.
Yeah, he is literally just going to try to cut this thing in half.
Excellent. Okay, it gets to roll. You never know if it'll beat it. It does not. Tell me how you slice it in half.
Yeah, this thing, like, he just fucking, like, starts walking down this way. He honestly kind of forgot about this one.
Yeah.
And
like, surprise attacks you.
Yeah,
and,
it pangs off the armor, and he just kind of, like, looks over, casually lifts up the sword with one arm, and just drops it, as it fucking cuts this thing in half from the sheer weight.
You do so. And it basically falls to the ground, a pile of scrap. That one's completely fine. Sword moves forward. Oh, good work. I forgot about that one.
As did I, as he goes forward. Oh, good, another pack. He looks over. There's something a little different.
Sword tilts his head.
Yeah, he notices. These boys are green! They're
Yeah.
green!
They are green.
No, okay.
Sword stops you, actually. I don't mean to... I don't want to oversell the situation, but that scan earlier points at those two. I believe I sensed the source of this anomaly coming from somewhere in this area. I thought it could be the island itself, but his eyes focus in. So weird. Yes, the legend that's causing this is that one. Pointing at just the guy over there.
Tilts his head a bit.
Bimmy!
Huh?
I
Well, there was that big thing in the tower with the bleeding eyes, and there was the dragon, the ghoul monster.
I'm
A
aware.
lot of those ghoul monsters, actually.
I know, but I don't know what's going on either. Just kill it, and we can maybe go home.
Yeah. Oh, fine. He's gonna ready his blade. I guess I have to drop my swing here. Wait, actually, those things were... That thing I just beat up was yellow. Is blue beat?
Oh, yeah, if you want to just charge into the next scene immediately, yes, your blue does indeed beat yellow.
Yeah, he's gonna do a Dark Knight close-in attack from the hit video game down with a 14.
Just try to slice it in two. Yeah, you try to hit the green one, and let's get a roll.
That's pretty good. Beat me. Do it. Show me your fucking 1d500.
We're gonna see. I gotta roll for a character that's not on this screen yet. Hold on.
Oh.
Oh.
Fucking weird ass shit going down. Okay. Let's see.
Oh.
You failed.
Yeah. They fail, and you slice into the creature. And it goes, like, you manage to cleave straight into the thing, and this one behind it just jitters in place, almost a little too quickly. You split this one clean in half, and it just lands on the ground and sits there. What the hell was happening with that thing? It's not even doing the same thing that the others were.
He actually looks up at this green one. What's it doing right now?
This one's just jittering in place, like vibrating at a high speed.
Oh no.
Ah.
What's happening here?
I'm gonna... Because I don't think I get an extra thing here.
Yeah,
Well-
you drop your swing, and as you do, you look up at this one, and something actually seems to float out of the creature at your feet. What are you gonna do? It's gonna try to just scoot in this direction.
He's gonna grab at it.
Give me a roll to do.
Yeah, he's gonna grab that thing. I'm gonna boop, boop. Ah!
Okay. Roll did I? Oh.
Oh?
It's not going. There it goes.
Ah,
Okay.
it scoots
So-
away.
You reach out. Are you gonna get? You could get hungry at it. Have you ever considered getting very hungry at it?
Wait. He looks for a second. Does it look like it's going anywhere?
Yeah, it's scooting on down, away, putting you between whatever this creature is and it.
We can follow it, maybe. Might take us to something.
An interesting point. Okay, deal with the thing in front of us then.
Yes. Roll to die. Ah. Oh, I got good selection here.
I could just blow this one up, I see.
Yeah. I'm gonna be saucy about it, though.
Oh, okay.
He is going to, once again, trying not to kill these strange ones, he is going to just tackle this one and try to impale it on the spikes, but to keep it from moving.
Give me a roll to do.
That's very good. Roll that 20, do it.
good.
Beat me. Do it!
It's fine.
Damn.
Oh, no, it sure doesn't. You just charge forward and impale it on the spikes. Like, there's a split second of it. It's starting to move, and then that same miasma starts to leak from its wounds. This creature continues to move forward a little more hurriedly. Come on, let's go after it. It's getting away.
Yes.
It looks like cotton candy.
Eat it,
What's that?
please.
It's... He thinks about that. I don't actually know.
I'm gonna take this opportunity, since we're not in the combat anymore, to just...
Yeah.
For that,
Drop your
because I
swing.
like this one.
Yeah.
Moves forward and then actually it makes it to this point and then stops and then floats in place.
He looks at it. Is it doing anything?
It's just looking at you. It looks delicious.
Yeah.
He's gonna walk forward and try to grab at it again.
You grab at it and almost give me a roll to do.
Ah, excellent. Boop. One.
You do, oh yeah, 17. Okay, let's see its roll to die. It really something weird happens.
Yeah.
You just grab up and like squish it in your hand, like you just hold on to it.
Yeah, he's like holding on to it by its weird ears.
That was easy.
Mm,
See what it tastes like.
no. He lifts it up and looks at the symbol on it. Does he recognize this symbol? I'm gonna roll the die, see if I recognize that symbol.
Yeah, give me a roll to die.
Yo, it's on your snack packs, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can lock something in, and that'll push you past 20 no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Sword, it's on your snack packs, obviously. You ignore him.
Yeah.
You look down at this creature, and you look at that symbol, and very briefly, that was the symbol... This is an Ornisian symbol. You were briefed very vaguely on what the land of Ornis might be like before you headed here. This is the symbol of one of the 5 schools of magic. This is... You actually can't quite put your finger on which one. But this is a symbol of basically an Ornisian magic cult. It's usually what they use to mark either their arcane tomes or, more usually, their creations.
He lifts this thing up and, like, kind of holds it near his face. Are you sentient? Hello?
Maybe it just doesn't understand you.
He shakes it.
You shake it, and it's gonna hold still for a little bit. It's gonna swap to this, and then it floats closer to you a little bit. And then it finally decides to give up the act. Yeah, I'm sentient.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I think you should still taste it, just to be sure.
He kind of, like, he once again kind of waves his hand behind him to shoo Sword away a bit.
Tell your companion to stop trying to eat me, too, by the way.
He will not stop.
I will never stop. Wait, you can see me? That's fascinating. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been able to manifest to other people. Tell me, do I look good right now? I've been looking on coordinating this look for quite a while, and he doesn't give me very much feedback.
He completely ignores that.
Yeah, they both completely ignore Sword in the background. I see how it is. Fine.
So tell me, what's your name?
Looks over at Sword, looks back to you. I don't really understand. There's no real point in trying to keep up any sort of a charade. My name's Sunflower. We met on top of that tower.
Yeah, didn't I kill you?
You dropped me off, yeah. You tasted bad, by the way. Just your own information. This creature starts to float in front of you a little bit. It almost seems to have assumed the form of one of the more innocuous creatures on the island. This isn't exactly how I was hoping to reunite with you. I was hoping for another climactic battle. I'd give it another shot, try to put you back to sleep.
So are you trying to... Are you the one... Nah, hold on. I really don't care. I'll be honest. Yeah, he kind of leans in. So tell me, Sunflower, are you the one responsible for all of this? Because if so, I'll have to cut you in half right now.
I mean, that... I mean, yes, that would solve the issue almost immediately.
Yes.
Sunflower looks around and over. Yes, yeah, even if you cut me in half right now, it won't do you much good, though.
Why?
Looks back over. I'm responsible for the situation on this island right now, but, what's happening currently isn't my fault, necessarily.
Kind of tilts his head at that.
The creature flutters in place for a second. I'm a legend summoned to preserve the harvest of Ornis. I'm here to make sure that everything continues to grow here. I've got a counterpart, though. Human, though. Human named Sasha. You clearly remember Sasha. Now, she's throwing something of a temper tantrum because I tried to send away her friend. So she isn't coming out. And, without her, everything sort of falls apart. You look at the spreading miasma a little bit, and the creature attempts to float free of your grasp. It does not do so.
You know, he's just been holding this thing by its ears this entire time.
Unfortunately, I'm a harvest legend, but nobody lives in these lands anymore. I can't exactly grow much. The best I can do is grow flowers for their graves.
I see.
It flutters in place. Sasha's the last resident of this place. And if she decides she's done playing around on the islands, unfortunately, the other side of my powers start to sort of manifest a little bit more clearly. Harvest is cyclical. People don't really know about that part. The other side of the seasons is death and decay. Sasha's here to make the flowers grow, and I'm here to make sure that they go away at the end of the season. So, we're trapped in this version of the island, one that's rapidly decaying. And everything will fall apart unless we can convince her to come back. Looks hopefully at Ansler. And then, tries to struggle free. You seem rather well put together compared to our last encounter. How about this? I'll make you a deal, okay? You get me back to Sasha, and we can have our pitched battle for the fate of this island immediately afterwards. That sound good?
How do I know you're not going to attempt to betray me at any moment? He starts poking at this thing's face.
That is a good point. You are the one that tried to subdue us in some sort of a dream state. Yeah, I mean, I'm a harvest legend. I'm supposed to have people to look after. Otherwise, I don't have much of a purpose to begin with.
You filled that dumb man with black blood.
By the way, also tasted bad. And then he whispers in your ear, whenever you got black blood inside of you, I siphoned it right off. Just FYI, just so you know. I was trying to give him my blessing. Trying to make him sort of subservient to the island like everything else here.
What's the purpose to getting people to come to this place? I didn't see just him here, or I didn't just see Sasha. I saw a woman, I believe her name, they called her Sola. And then I saw... I saw that god from Mitsudai.
That one's an anomaly. I don't know why she's here, and I don't know what they're doing. Everyone else, though, I don't have much of a reason to bring people here, but when they come here, I have a reason to keep them here. Like I said, my purpose is I'm a legend of harvest. I was summoned specifically to ensure the safety of the people of Ornis. So long as you stay here, that's my guarantee. But ultimately, I only need one person here to continue existing. So, I tried to send away that big guy. Too much of a problem.
I see. He kind of starts, casually bouncing this thing in one hand. And
Stop!
he's kind of thinking to himself, zoning out a bit. You know, honestly, I don't quite see why I shouldn't just cut you in twain right here and end this entire charade.
You can, if it pleases you. Do it, it'll do it.
I get the feeling, however, that something you aren't telling me. Keeps on bouncing this thing.
Well, yeah, the part I'm not telling you. This island exists as a balance between me and Sasha. I can't get much closer to the island myself. It's like it's pushing me away, too. She's surprisingly stubborn. I'm stuck out here, basically. You clear the way, I'll follow behind. Whether or not you can cut me in half all you want, and I'll still be around.
He's gonna test that, actually, a little bit. He's gonna pinch this thing and try to pull off a piece of it.
And you pull off a piece of this cotton candy creature and it floats away into nothingness. Hey, do you know how mortifying this is?
Yeah.
I don't really care.
I lent out my body, my actual body, so that Sasha could run around and have fun with people. So I'm stuck in a position like this, and I try to create the biggest and scariest body around to scare you guys away. And guess what? It doesn't work. You just decide to beat me up and drop me off a building.
He actually
he
actually thinks about that, but you say you let Sasha rent out your body.
Stops, looks over. Yeah.
You telling me you're not the Legion, but she is?
No. Okay, tell you what. It floats up again. You get me back to that island, and I will tell you absolutely everything about Sasha that you might want to know.
He kind of thinks a little bit. He's gonna. Fine. He goes. But you're gonna have to follow behind closely. And but what I mean by closely is he actually like fucking pulls this thing and ties it around the lantern ring.
Once again, this is mortifying.
Get used to it. You know what was mortifying? You fucking filling me with black blood.
Well, you weren't full. I drained it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I was soaking that stuff up like a fresh goblet of wine. You attach this creature to yourself, and it looks over with its horrible unlidded eye and registers, wow, it's nice to meet a hunter that's willing to work with its prey. For now, I guess you could consider us allies. You feel a bond start to be tied between yourself and this awful creature.
Get away from me.
Well, now there's two of us. I feel like a third wheel.
You were always a second.
Always the last wheel on the card, I suppose.
Yes. Starts going down.
I should make something clear also. As this island starts to fall more under the sway of my decay, its fabric will start breaking down and the truth of Ornis will be revealed.
Actually, speaking of weird bullshit, what's up with those miasma clouds?
You walk a little further down the reef. Weird miasma clouds.
Yes, a few of those shades. When I cut into them, they exploded into a massive haze of eyes and darkness.
And that has to do with the nature of Ornis as a place. This country, or what remains of it. This island is a scab over a festering wound. It's my job to keep the scab growing.
I see.
So, that miasma, that's areas where my powers are failing. That is a spot where the truth of Ornis is bleeding through.
Would you say me cutting those open is a bad thing for this place?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it matters too much one way or another. If Sasha isn't around and engaging with any of this entire place will turn into that.
That's strange. He's walking.
Like I said, I can't undersell the influence that she has on this island enough.
They keep on going down. He looks over. I see.
You look up, and you see a spread of miasma around a building almost. It seems to. That's right. That led back down into the mines the last time. Actually, no. Ensler never learned that led down into the mines.
Nah.
Ensler just took a boat back and forth angrily to the reef.
Yeah.
You you look up on that building and you actually see someone sort of braced up against the miasma. Up top, he's hiding out, camped out, up above it.
Big Lexi.
Big Lexi.
Shaking, fluttering pages, just keeps looking down and going, then pressing himself further against the hut, against the edge of the roof, as this cloud of grim energy swells beneath him.
You see that, right?
I do indeed see that.
That. Hold on. Sword's gonna roll something. That one isn't food. That is a book. I don't eat those.
He looks over. It's a book. He looks at it. Well, I suppose it's refreshing to see you not want to consume something for once.
I have plenty of restraint when it comes to looks around things and people.
I do not read.
I do not read.
Kind of goes up to this.
Looks up and sees you and goes, "Oh, please be careful. I don't know what these are, and that's a very troubling thing."
He kind of looks at the at Sunflower and goes, "Hey, do you know how to get rid of these things?"
Absolutely not. Once they're here, you can't get rid of them. They're stuck.
I see.
I mean, Sasha's the one who can get rid of them.
Sasha? Excuse me, did you just say Sasha?
I slowly shifts and turns. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh boy.
Pardon, how do you know Sasha? Is she alright? When these things appeared, I could see more of them from over points where you came from. Are there more? Do you know if she's alright?
Looks up at Ansler, expecting you to answer for them.
He can hear you. Why don't you answer?
I detest this. Looks over. Sasha's doing all right. She's back on the main island. Things are getting strange. Thinks about. You can feel, Ansler. You can feel this thing's scheme brain going, and it
starts
actively. Yeah, you go.
Yeah, one moment Answer texts the scheme brain going, he picks up the thing by the ears again and starts bouncing it in place again.
Damn it! Stop! What are you doing?
Speak honestly now. I can smell you being a motherfucker right now.
Oh.
Sasha's doing fine, but we need to get to where she is to make sure that she's doing okay.
Of course. I'm sorry. Introductions may have to wait a moment. I can't quite seem to get around these things.
You want me to try to slurp that stuff up like a straw?
Well, we can't permanently get rid of it, but maybe we can decrease the flow a little bit.
That's honestly impossible. No force in the universe is capable of drinking.
Try it!
You slam the sword into the miasma, and he drinks deep. And a tiny path begins to form through it.
Yeah, Ansler's still casually bouncing this thing in his hand. Would you look at that? The path has been opened.
Your hunger decreases to 0. Sword comes backwards. Okay, that was wretched, but... Oh, man,
Good job taking one for the job, I guess. Keep on
yes,
going.
I definitely took that one for the team and did not delight in the smallest amount from drinking that much raw sewage. Ugh. I'm going to sit down.
You, up on top of the building, the one who is apparently a book.
Oh, how did you... Yes.
Don't worry about it. Who are you?
My name is Alexion. I mean, my name is Lexi. Is it alright if I try to approach now?
I
Looks at
don't
the
see
big-ass
why
sword.
not.
Oh, yes, of course. Lexi's gonna try and roll to glide through this narrow pathway without touching any of the nasties.
Give me a roll to do.
Let's see you do it, bud.
Oh,
wait,
excellent! And you get an additional 1d6 on it
Yeah!
per wild roll. You still managed to glide across the area between the miasma and you touch down.
Fucking folds into a paper bird and then like decompacts here. Yes, hello, thank you very much for the assistance. I'm not very capable at combat. I'm sorry, who are you? How did you come here?
He kind of thinks a little bit. I'm Ansler the Red. I came here to fix whatever the hell is happening here.
Oh, well, your aid is greatly appreciated. You say you know Sasha? He looks confusedly between you and the little doinker.
Yes, I've met her once. A while back. He starts bouncing this thing. And this thing is a horrible creature who's been damning you all. What would you know? Here we have it.
Kneels down and like looks at this thing. It's like one of the wisps, but not. What symbol?
Damning's an exaggeration. Looks up at you. Hello. I'm a legend named Sunflower. A pleasure
Hello.
to make your acquaintance.
Sunflower, I don't believe I've encountered you on this island before.
I've made sure of that. I mean, yes.
Hold on. What is it? I'm going to require more information on the topic of damning us all?
Your house is nearby, right? Let's go over there.
Yes. Please, let us retreat somewhere more secure.
Yep. Ansler straps Sunflower back to the lantern ring.
This continues to be mortifying, but is better than riding around in one of those shades.
I'm
gonna give you control over Sunflower.
Thank you.
Congrats, you now control the last boss.
Thank you.
There you go.
Nice. So which way is your home?
I will show you.
Left.
Oh, yeah, interesting that you know. I suppose you have been here for... I'm going to have many questions for you.
Sort of follows behind. Hey, partner.
What?
Do you think it's possible for a book to starve?
Hold on, let's ask it. Hey, you!
Yes?
Do you eat?
I do, in a sense. I consume knowledge. I learn. When I learn, I am sustained.
I see. So that means you can also starve. You have no context for this. This sounds really weird.
Hypothetically, I suppose?
There, you have your answer, he says out loud, keeps walking.
I didn't ask any... I don't believe I asked any questions. Completely ignored.
You come back down to an earlier area of the reef. It's still overflowing and overwhelming with just this pink energy.
Yeah, he starts walking. He stops for a bit.
Gods will be more secure, but we won't be able... I doubt we'll get much efficient conversation done there. Perhaps
Silver God, he said.
Yes.
She lurk up there.
Yes. We can go there shortly. We won't be able to hold much of a meaningful conversation in there.
He's already in. It's too late. He's already entered.
I want to
looking around nervously, can't really be alone, follows after scary armor person.
You start to walk towards the Silver God's home. Travel inside and the pressure shifts exactly like you expected it would.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah, you come inside with your odd assortment of companions. You start to look around. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how my lack of power has affected this area. From what I understand, the Silver God you speak of managed to just reclaim sections of the island from me. So, whatever's happened in these areas has been completely unknown to me. It's like they're passing into a dead zone whenever they go in here.
Saying Silver God is trying to expand her influence over the island.
Maybe, I don't know. She's been stealing a lot of that Caligite stuff. I don't know what to do it with.
Answer thinks a little bit about that Caligite. Looks at a big pile of it right here.
Yeah, you look at a big ass pile of it. And you come inside and you start to see a figure begin to form out of the mist.
Oh, I am
Same
not
as
enthusiastic
before.
about this location.
And his body begins to twist and form. And the mist shifts to almost this smoky black. And you see someone actually just emerge from the hot spring, and then they keep emerging and they keep emerging, and this is significantly larger than a person. This person that gathers themselves out of the hot springs places one hand over the other and drags themselves outwards.
Oh boy.
They one step after the other and then crawl sideways almost on their side and then hop to their feet. They appear to be a collection of worms and bones. Sword moves a little bit closer to you, almost defensively, and the creature takes one step and then sits down. So, how can I help you?
I gotta ask what Lexi's reaction to this is.
Lexi, you have never seen this person once in your life.
What? What are you doing here? Where's the Silver God?
Ansler just sitting here going, do you know where this God of Silver is at?
Well, you're looking at him right here, right now, your friend, the Silver God.
Oh, you're the Silver
you
God.
Yeah.
Not the Silver God. The Silver God is much louder and dangerous and often on fire. You are.
I'm hurt. The creature looks down at you. I'm the Silver God. I looks down, fidgets around in their pockets, and then actually pulls out what appears to be an ornate pocket watch. I'm the god of all craftsmen. I'm the one who puts together different machines, and I am the keeper of secrets. I'm certainly the Silver God. Takes another step forward.
He thinks to himself a bit and starts bouncing sunflower in his hand again as he starts thinking. He kind of thinks, if you are the Silver God, that would mean I saw you on top of the tower when I slew this thing. Starts bouncing this thing in its hand. So are you the same thing as that thing on top of the tower? Or have everybody here been bamboozled?
That's actually... That's an interesting point Sunflower brings up. So that creature that came up and witnessed our fight on top of the tower was the Silver God. But then there's this creature. I don't know what this creature is, simply put. I also don't know what that creature was, so your guess is as good as mine.
Well, tell me, large man, have we been lied to? Bounce, bounce.
Lied to? About what? Have you met a different Silver God? Is somebody else touting my name?
Not I, but this one over.
Shame. A real shame.
Lexi's gonna study this person to see if he can find any similarities to the Silver God that he knows.
Yeah.
So he has a stat for that. So do I roll to die and then roll to do?
Yeah, you'd roll to... No, you just roll to... you'd roll to do, and then you'd add your stat to it. So you'd do, like... You'd go, roll to do, and then there's a drop-down menu, and then choose attribute. You pick that attribute.
Alright.
There you go.
Ooh, pretty good.
Hell
No
yeah,
similarities as far as you can see.
I do not know you. You are entirely alien to the person who made this place.
Oh yeah, I
How
didn't
did-
make this place. I just wormed my way up, you know? Well, it's been my first stretch in... How long's it been? Looks around, looks at Sunflower almost directly. It's been my first stretch of the old legs in, 50 years, just about. So, I'm feeling nice and generous. Normally, what did I do to people that came into my domain? Oh, that's right, I buried them. Yeah! Whenever I'd find somebody in my house, I'd bury him under the earth. A forge?
Interesting. You
What's
walk
this
past.
crap? Looks
Yeah.
upset, looking around. Sword's looking at this creature very closely.
What is it?
Sword's like looking. I'm not judging this one on the realm of edibility. Frankly, if you took a bite out of this, I think you would get sick. Horrifically ill.
Yeah, well, judging by all that looks over at all the worms and shit, I'd assume so. Also, Ansler is gonna real quick, without asking any form of permission, is just gonna bop and bop. I need somebody to resize him.
Yep.
He's gonna just slink into this hot spring for a sec.
You are fully healed.
Yeah, Sunflower is just currently like bound to like a armor plate on the side.
At least put me in the hot spring. I've always wanted to try one. Come on.
Fine. He like kind of like reaches over and grabs the lantern and sets it afloat in the hot spring.
Float.
Lexi's just like, are you seeing that? When he's turning to answer, he's like, why are you just in the hot?
An anvil?
What's wrong?
Stupid. Get out of here.
Silver
what the
God.
crap is this? Yeah? Turns around.
So, are you indeed the Silver God of Mitsudai?
You say Mitsudai, and the person freezes. No. No. Mitsudai. No. No, I'm the Silver God of Ornis.
No, okay, this makes a lot more sense now.
Sunflower floats past. It feels like you figured out something before me. What have you figured out?
Well, it would appear that your influence is causing some old little memories of Ornis to refloat up into the surface. Isn't that right, Mr. Silver God?
A memory? Oh, I'm far, far more real than that. Starts to walk away. Oh, I can't leave here!
Well, that's good.
Turns back around.
Memories of Ornis.
Memories of Ornis. Ew. I'm just a fabrication? I'm a bloom of this horrific underachiever? It says, looking down at a sunflower floating past. Disgusting. Hey, you redhead!
What?
I can smell it on you. You're here to rip this island apart, aren't you?
Yes.
What? What?
Well, you rip this mockery of an existence down. I'll reward you plenty, okay? You destroy their little paradise. No. Over it. What do you mean?
I've already made a deal with this one.
You have?
Yes.
What? Come on. Don't you want to destroy this place? It'll be fun.
Oh, I mean, I'm planning on destroying that one later, but right now I'm not.
Lexi having a fucking moment. Ugh.
This guy, what the hell is happening? Internal?
It's so frustrating. Come on. Listen, you know that everything here is wrong or a fabrication, right?
Yes.
So, rip it apart. Don't leave anything left. Burn it to the ground.
That is enough! Lexi fucking stands up with a sound like a book cover hitting a table, like, clap! I require answers! What is happening? What are you all speaking of that I do not know?
Oh yeah, I forgot this one probably doesn't have memories of the previous day because of you, Pokes.
Huh. Well, you have fun with your explanations. I'm going to worm my way out somewhere else. One way or another, I'm ripping this island apart, so you all
What
have...
do you mean?
It waves and then hits the barrier and seems to dissipate into that same grotesque miasma.
What?
Can't wait to
What
deal
is
with him
happening?
later.
That one is going to be a problem.
Indeed.
That one is an order higher than the other shades. That one has memories and a personality. That thing is being... You actually can't see or interact with Sword. Sword is
Oh
a
fuck!
nothing.
That's Sword talking. Yeah.
Yeah, no, so you're just looking at Ansler staring into nothing. That is basically a gigantic shade is the best way to put it.
I see.
But this one has a set goal. It has a set personality. It seems to believe it's the silver god of Ornis. That will cause trouble later. You see that thing again, you strike it down. Its goal might be the same as ours, but don't listen to it even for a moment.
Of
It's
course.
rare that Sword acts seriously.
Of course, especially given that it apparently isn't too interested in whatever the hell it needs to shred.
Lexi's fucking looking at you, staring into space. He moves into the space you're at and out again, and you're looking at and out again, and he's just like, "Who are you talking to?
What is it?
Who are you speaking to right now?"
Don't worry about it. He says, "Oh, yeah, I didn't tell you the ground rules, did I? Okay, listen up, I'll tell you these now. I told them to Sasha a while back. Here are some general ground rules if you're going to travel with me. Rule 1, if you see me talking to myself, you are not to question it. Rule 2, do not get in my way. That is enough."
It just keeps going like that.
By the way, those rules are always hysterical. Like, usually people have this sort of reaction. This is the one I'm used to. That little girl was actually surprisingly tenacious.
Yes.
She just said, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Who does that? Unbelievable. Mortals. Oh, wait. This one isn't immortal now, is he?
May I question silently? I cannot keep myself from doing so.
If you want to ask questions, just ask some damn questions.
I did. You said not to worry about it.
Well, then ask a different question.
All right. You said memories, and as though some have been taken. That should not be possible. I am a record. I should not be able to simply lose information without it being physically removed.
Hey, Ansler.
Yeah.
Have I ever told you I love our job?
Yeah.
Sword is poking at Lexi as he says this.
Lexi just sees Answer going, yeah, and just throws up his hands.
Answer like kind of leans in. It doesn't matter if you are a record of any kind. If it's a supernatural happening that can bind reality to its whim, then I'd assume that you are part of said reality that can be morphed.
Then elaborate on that concept. What is warping reality? What is...
Yeah, as Sunflower floats by, he grabs it by the ears and then holds it in front of Lex, starts bouncing it. This thing.
Yeah.
Lexi fucking, like, the lantern lit right now?
The lantern is not lit, because if it was lit, crazy shit would be happening.
Yeah! Lexi, like, quickly looks to make sure the lantern's off, picks it up, and, like, stares at this rabbit. You will tell me everything. Fucking sits down with it.
Well... I don't think I will. It says, drawing itself up to its full height.
Shake it a little bit, that usually gets it to talk.
Lexi's already fucking vibrating. You're not even sure he's doing it on purpose. He's just so fucking frustrated right now.
Fine, yeah. There's... This island has some certain... It has properties that I've lent to it. as the spirit of harvest.
Harvest.
Yes, I'm able to lull people into a deep sleep, and I'm not able to manipulate reality. I'm not that strong. This place is already warped. I can just guide it a little bit. And normally I'm supposed to keep stuff like that creature that just wandered out of here down. I'm supposed to stop memories of this place from resurfacing and wandering around, because there is enough magic in this spot that memories of the past can just do that if they want. So I grow sunflowers. I grow lots of them. And I choke out what animates those shades. I choke out what animates that creature. I try to keep the darkness at bay, okay? But, I need help doing it. In order for me to properly perform my function as a legend, a harvest spirit needs someone to make the harvest for. So I need Sasha. And
People.
yes, I need Sasha specifically because she's looks over at Ansler. No, I can't even say that you're truly human anymore.
Huh?
Lexi looks over like he's making a mental note and then just goes back to the sunflower.
I need a person to do this for. Everyone, I can't grow flowers for myself. It's not what I can do. I can't grow flowers for someone like you, looking at you, Lexi, and I can't. Even you just aren't human enough. Sword actually sits down next to you. Sorry about that, then. I'm sure she's talking about our contract.
It's fine. I don't want
serious?
sunflowers going for me either.
He actually looks over at you. You serious? This is the first time you've let me apologize for that. Why, yeah, no, I want clarification.
Look, in this situation, I think it's more fine 'cause I don't particularly find it interesting to be locked in an island for all eternity to have something grow for me.
When you put it that way, I thought you were getting soft on me, though.
He slowly turns over and looks at him.
You can admit it, I'm fun company. We have a great time together. Remember the flesh blob?
Silently turns back over.
Oh, bitch, you are getting my bond up. You look back at the situation on the other side.
Lexi saw you like going off on to yourself again and was like, okay, I can't. I'm just gonna go back to this. And when you say trapped here forever with something grow from me, he looks at Sunflower and says, "Is that what you've done to Sasha?"
Sunflower goes quiet, completely dead silent.
Shake it a little bit.
You shake.
Lexi fucking shakes it! Did you do this to Sasha?
No, I didn't. Absolutely not. I made a promise. I made a promise that if we can get back to that tower, I'll explain everything about Sasha and everything about me. I'm gonna stick to that promise, but just know this isn't some hell built for Sasha, and she isn't the thing holding the cork in place on top of Ornis.
What happens when we get to the tower?
Looks over at Ansler. Well, when I get back to the tower, I'll be able to actually re-exert control back over the island. You can try to kill me again, or you can go in peace.
I'm going to try to kill you again.
Okay, then that's what we're doing. Sunflower says, looking back over at Lexi.
Lexi like raises a hand at that and he just goes, you know what? No. Puts it down again. Like, takes a second. Where is Sasha? I want to speak with her.
That's exactly where we're going, actually. She's in the tower.
Very well, then. Under the condition that we that you answer my questions before whatever you two decide you're doing, I will help you get there.
Sunflower looks over at you very seriously, then looks at the Ansler. And I will stick to, I am not answering any further questions about Sasha for now.
I will ask her them myself.
The creature nods. It wouldn't be fair for me to tell you.
No, it wouldn't.
Ansler actually now gets out of the hot spring and starts putting his armor back on.
Lexi's looking fucking like lost in thought for a second. That wouldn't be right. That would not be what friends do. He looks confused. Who told me that? Who? Why do I feel like I heard that? Why do I...
No.
Something is very, very wrong.
Yeah.
Sunflower floats up next to you. You've been told a lot of things over the years. Some by people important to you. Some, most, in fact. By
Shake him
yourself.
again!
Why?
He's being cheeky
just
at you.
Instinctively wrangling it.
I was around enough to have that one. He points over at nothingness, Lexi. Explain a few things to me, and he did show me a few scenes. He's lying to you. There used to be another guy here that you forgot about. He explains shit to you.
What?
Yes.
He fucking holds the thing up, and he has this fierce expression you've never seen before. He goes, "You took knowledge from me?"
Like the creature puffs up. I didn't take anything that you didn't willingly want to forget yourself.
What? That's not right. My entire purpose is absorbing and passing on knowledge. How could I possibly be coerced into removing knowledge?
Maybe you found out something you didn't like.
Fucking
Floats up.
Ansler grabs the lantern and sunflower again from Lexi. We can figure that out later, though. There's still much work to be done here on this island. After all, we're still supposed to get to your home, I believe.
Yes. If most of my important questions have been answered, and looks at the sunflower, it appears I will have to wait for further answers, but...
If you want to know answers about yourself, there are a few people you can ask. Thinks about it. It's like you said, there was another guy here. When you get the chance, ask Noctu about your missing page.
Missing page?
Ansler is gonna, real quick, lean in and just break off a piece of the Calogate.
You break it off, and you notice that these crystals here actually aren't... Your familiarity with Calogite isn't perfect or anything, but these crystals here ain't it. This is just some sort of crystal formation that likely has to do with the properties of this space. Like you saw the other silver god completely unable to leave.
Interesting. He's actually gonna pocket that crystal.
Excellent. You put it in your pocket, and you move on. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Yeah. You, Nakua, you watch a lot of this play out. Almost as if you're watching a movie or hearing a story. It's strange seeing all of this from the third-party perspective, but your name is brought up once, and you're proud of that. And that's,
Yeah.
that's wonderful. You reflect on where you are in the inn, still sitting next to Sasha. She's taken the hat off, and she's wandering around. You look down at your own arm, which now has the Silver God's blessing entwined with it.
Ooh. Ooh, he kind of just shakes it around like he's testing it out a bit. Oh, this is nice. Oh, oh, Sasha.
She looks over.
I think I was watching. Were you seeing that too, or was that just me?
She nods. This place can more or less observe the rest of the island.
He kind of thinks about that. I've been watching around then. Got to take a look at what Ansler's been up to.
Yeah, he's I'm shocked that Sunflower is willing to sit and talk to him.
Ooh. He kind of they've been saying a lot of interesting stuff. He's kind of like sitting there, but Sasha, are you a bit? He kind of thinks while staring straight at Sasha, like eyes kind of piercing right into her, and just kind of seeing how she reacts to that. Are you perhaps feeling a little guilty about something?
She sort of looks down a little bit. Yeah, I guess.
Honest hearts.
Yeah. She's just like, okay. She sits back down on the couch next to you. And fiddles with the hat. I don't exactly know what the rules of this place are. Most of the time I choose to forget them. Because you can do that here.
I'm sure I did that a little bit too. Possibly.
She fidgets with the hat. When you almost left, it's because a big part of you wanted to forget.
Yes, I could. When I was watching, I saw that being mentioned, that which was forgetting and all of that stuff. It seemed as though it was a comfort to me at the time, and one part of me desired leaving for the sake of healing something. He kind of thinks, has he remembered the thing that has made him frustrated? Or made him want to leave? Or does he feel like that's still a hole in him?
You feel like what made you want to leave was a simple absence. Just like a puzzle piece was missing, and all of that made the rest of your being frustrated.
Okay.
You try to dig into that missing puzzle piece, and it's there again if you want to examine it.
He
when you came up through the hallway.
Yeah, I'm gonna examine it then.
Okay. You look down at Sasha, and you think about yourself, and you look at your wounded attribute that's now healed, the heart.
Yeah.
You think on exactly why that was hurt in that moment, and sort of cascades backwards, and the Silver God's blessing entwines deeper in your arm. The lonely blessing. Something that exists to characterize your wandering. It's a blessing that only comes to those who are absolutely abandoned by anyone and everything else. In a moment, they stand singularly. This now entwines your being, and you get the feeling it only activated because your heart broke for a second. Because you knew that heartbreak. And you look over at Sasha, and you look at where you are now, and you feel that peace start to radiate through your body. And even as the island is apparently decaying around you, you feel a certain amount of peace. A legend would simply put stand up instantly, would rush out there to solve the situation. But you, right now, you're just sitting here. You think back on it. And, something that you couldn't quite see with Kato, because big and impressive and imposing words and signs of beauty and shows of love and passion oftentimes blind people to the simple truths of the world. So you always blamed yourself because you couldn't say goodbye, But in this moment, as you pat Sasha's head, you realize what you missed wasn't your big dramatic finale. It wasn't saying goodbye explosively. It wasn't that big conversation at the end of your story arc that you could walk away from. What you missed was, simply put, the everyday comfort of being around another person. Nothing so big, nothing so dramatic. You didn't have more to say to Sasha. You were already done with that. You wanted to hear what she had to say to you, for sure, but at the same time, there is one absolutely unavoidable truth. You wanted to see her again. You hold that in your heart a little more closely, and you realize, in being here, your heart is slowly mending itself, because for the first time in a while, you're listening to this quiet call that is too mundane for legends to hear. And you're just enjoying being around another person.
He's kind of sitting with that, and yeah, it was just this, I think. It's very, very nice. This comfort of another.
Sasha looks over and tilts her head.
He gotta looks over. So, I told you when I left, I had this sight in my head, right? I looked into the future. He kind of like jazz hands with it, but then kind of ups and down and just smiles.
She quizzically looks over at you like, what?
It's just I saw this long stretching path in front of me. History played out. I saw all the events of my life leading up to a point that, well, I say now that I've come back to make that point not a reality, but I think that's not quite right. I believe that future is already broken, or will be impossible. However,
she thinks on that.
He's kind of like, but I looked at that. You know what else I saw?
She shakes her head.
I saw how I'm going to die.
Oh.
And
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize at all.
I'm sorry that this island put those visions in your head.
Kid, stop. You gotta pat her in the head. Come on.
So upset about the idea of you dying.
Oh, come on. He pulls her for a hug real quick. Hey. I live a really long and good life, and I'm going to tell you now that it looks really sad from far away. I'm sure from the concept of a legend, it would certainly feel like the worst thing you could ever hear about. In fact, when I said it myself, nothing seems sadder than, well, me learning how to stop fighting. And that's what I do. I stop fighting for so long and eventually pick up the bow one more time for the final time. But, I think that also woke something up in me. I think that's going to be something that, well, obviously, kind of like pokes at her cheek, a little wet tear on his finger then. Makes it sound really sad, but, if I could live that life with one more feeling attached, I don't think it would be sad at all. After all, there's one thing that's not spoken of in legends that I've always been wanting and never could find. That was simply the feeling of the presence of others. Living my life and being able to feel the reassurance of another hand or another voice. And, well, the sight of the future certainly did tell me the run-through of all the big events flashing through my head, but the comfortable, almost forgettable, sweet moments with another person, well, it didn't show me if I had those or not. So even if the future has its fate in store with me, I can still fill that fate with as much as I want. And I decided in that moment that I wanted to fill it with as much time with the people I care about. You know?
You state that, and Suddenly it all clicks. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's the missing piece. Because legend rushes over like the sea, washing away anything that might exist on the beach. But you felt it, like almost like a perfect some deep and horrible memory of yours, like a perfect, like almost like a surgeon removing something. That part of you was cut away when you were separated from Kato. This idea that from now on you would live this big life, that your legend would spread, and that you would help as many people as possible, because in that moment you weren't there. You weren't there for them, and you weren't given your chance to say goodbye. So, without that desire for the everyday, all that could possibly remain was the restlessness caused by your ambition and your pride. With it returned, you look around the room. Silence begins to fall with your declaration. And for the first time, that silence isn't a frightening thing. That silence isn't a call to action. It is something that you simply enjoy for the moment. And with that, we'll cut away. Let's take a break! You head towards the beach from Lexi's house. He packs up and, like, it's cool. A lot of fires return to Lexi. Sunflowers adequately pissed him off.
He's so pissed.
You come out onto the beach, and that same boat is floating out there. Sunflower speaks up a little bit. I did have time to return them to their boat. Everything else was smashed to pieces just in getting to the island, but that boat's big enough that it can actually sort of withstand the choppy currents around this place.
These are the Raojin, you said. And we've met them before, yes?
You have, yes.
Will they remember?
If I did my job correctly, no.
I see.
Ansler thinks a bit about that the one and only time he's encountered the snail folks. Maybe perhaps that's for the best then.
Do you think this time you can actually manage to diplomatize them? Like you can talk peaceably, right? Like that snail guy seems to be a big talker. Maybe you could beat him in a debate.
Maybe. The one I'm more concerned about was the cannon man. Looks over. Hey, are those cannons still cut in half from when he did his work?
No.
Huh. How do you explain that one? Can you also regenerate matter?
No, they... stop!
Bounces.
Bouncy.
I can't. No, they... If you remember last time, he ran off and he said he was going to fix the cannons. He fired a bunch at the tower, missed every shot. Like, he got them up and running before you guys fought me last time.
I see.
Oh my.
Well then.
That man's a genius, I think.
A man who invented cannons. Yes.
Yeah, that is.
Boy.
From what I understand, he is actually some sort of alchemical super genius who will probably revolutionize the way warfare works if he manages to escape this island. Regardless.
Oh, fascinating.
Do you want to
apply knowledge to more appropriate things?
No! Should we flag them down in some way? I have some amount of power left. I could send up a flare, basically.
Oh, I'm capable of signaling them. If that is what we are doing, he looks to you.
He thinks for a second on this. I'm gonna actually roll a die really fast.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna really quick close my eyes real quick. Boop. Okay. So, Ansler looks over on the water, and like he kind of thinks to himself, signal them to the island and get them here. While they're on their way here, we'll go through the caves.
We aren't going to speak to them.
No.
Oh, that's hysterical. That is one way to keep them out of our hair. Yes. You know they're going to turn up later, though, very angry.
That's fine. They could use a little anger if we need a distraction.
You wish to make them angry? Well, as long as we reach Sasha, I suppose.
What's so wrong with being mad
challenge your methods.
sometimes? Even
Of
you got
course.
angry earlier. Gotta admit, it must have felt at least a little good for someone like you.
I cannot say it felt good. It felt appropriate. Perhaps that's close enough. We need to reach Sasha. I am in no place to challenge your methods.
Did
The
it
regular-
feel energizing? Did it feel I bet it felt good. Like, okay, hold on. Sword floats over. Still can't hear me. That's so frustrating. We're so similar in so many ways. I had the chance to talk to him.
Have you considered just writing in a book or something? Ansler starts walking down on the shore.
I am a book.
Books are
I-
for dorks.
Sometimes I write in books for other. I have collected a great deal of.
Yeah, Ansler
Copies
is zoning
Getting
out
ignored.
so hard right now because he has two people having two different conversations at the same time.
If I ever wrote in a book, it'd be it's just like yeah.
Just keep going over each other.
Ansler picks up. Oh, got him.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Okay, Lexi stretches his arms out, and the paper making them up unravels to wider and wider until he's basically got two giant wing-like flags coming out of either of his arms, and he raises them and tries to catch the attention of the ship by moving these big sheets around.
Hey, can I roll a d20 really quick?
Yeah.
I want to roll a d20 to change fate.
Okay.
So this roll isn't to support Ansler. This is a roll for me to see if Ruger decides to fire a pot shot at us.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Oh my god, yes!
So tell me, Jay, does Ruger decide to fire a pot shot at us?
Okay. So you managed to signal down the boats, and I'll roll. We'll do this legit. I'll roll for Ruger.
Fire low good.
Explosion on the boat.
I
Bug
think-
catches fire.
Oh my god. Yeah, so. Oh my god. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. I'm thinking. What does the fun mean in that case? God fucking damn it. Over on the boat. We're gonna cut back to the loading screen really fast. Dear lord. Not that one. The other loading screen. Over on the boat. You send up that signal flare, and there is an alignment of different snail soldiers all set up, like crewing the boat. They all woke up in pursuit of Noctua, same as always. Shinpei seems rather frustrated at the progress. Oh, a signal flare. Now, frustrating. I suppose it is within our best interests and within our moral imperative to assist anyone who's cast away. That doesn't appear to be Noctua. They are not nearly wide enough. Ruger wanders back and forth, pulls out a little telescope, zooms in. Oh! Is that Lexi? What? Yeah, next to him is that guy that the other night, right? What? What are you doing? Yeah, like we went to sleep, then we woke up, we got attacked the other night, then that guy went away to the ship and he seemed real bummed out afterwards. Alright, you're speaking nonsense. I mean, no, I think you guys are speaking. That's definitely Ansler. Hey, Ansler!
Huh?
Did he just say your name?
From the ship.
Ansler. I'm assuming the guy shouts loud enough that even Ansler can hear him.
Oh yeah.
Ansler slowly looks down at Sunflower.
Everyone looks at Sunflower.
I genuinely have no idea. Listen, to a certain extent, my magic preys on sort of inner weaknesses. If anyone wants to forget something, they easily can. Most people, literally everyone who has memories of violence has some buried part of regret that wants to get rid of that. How does he remember?
Everyone slowly looks at the ship. What a horrifying person.
Well-
That's terrifying. Let's leave.
Yeah.
Sword just starts to Sword just starts to lead you guys away.
And Zers turns around and starts walking away.
Lexi's just like,
women!
Lexi's just like, you know what? I don't feel like sticking around for that one. That seemed like a bad vibe.
You all pile up and go back up the reef. Oh my god.
That was
That's
incredible.
so fucking funny. I love that Ruger is somehow the only man to just, through sheer force of will, remember what happened on the island.
No fear, no regrets, only cannon.
Only cannons. I don't understand what's wrong with that, man. Hey, we're gonna go on break really quick. Hey, Monichi,
Ooh.
we're gonna need you. We're gonna need you today, actually.
Oh boy.
Speed run, speed run.
My expectation was that you'd fight Shinpei, not Ding Dong ditch him. J-Man has successfully bamboozled me.
This
What'd
is
you
the
get?
speed run.
See,
That is-
I'm,
That is
you see,
indeed
here's
what I
the
get.
thing. I'm flagging him down now, so when he shows up later, he can show up as punished Shinpei, the man robbed of his slight patience.
Holy crap. Okay, I'm gonna be right back for 2 seconds to just get more water and stuff. Just to,
Yeah.
just to
Yeah,
get set
I'm
up.
gonna get some too.
We're going through the caves.
See, the secret is that the Answer run is the true meme run of this.
Yeah.
You know what would be hilarious, though? If Lexi remembers the tragedy of his homeland from fucking Ruger, of all people.
Hey Lexi, bad news.
Everything's...
Your home is dead. We don't know why. Goodbye. It's like getting therapy from a shotgun.
Just pick up a hobby or something, you'll get over it. Consider doing golf, Lexi. Consider professional wrestling.
Try to be a featherweight.
The true featherweight tier.
You get, no. You could be the paperweight tier.
I'm back.
Welcome
Okay.
back. So, as mentioned, I'm fully expecting the snails to follow Ansler and crew around and whatnot, and it becomes a dumb Scooby-Doo chase.
Yes.
And at the end, right,
my mind.
yeah, right, as they go to right before they fight the final boss, Shinpei, you motherfucker.
You motherfuckers, stop ding dong ditching me. I love this rock, paper, scissors. It's the true wheel. Wheel of the Red beats Shinpei. Shinpei beats Noctua. Noctua beats Ansler.
Imagine Noctua watching that. Ha!
Actually, yeah, I do wanna cut to that for half a second. Just 2 seconds of that shit. You get your fucking Schadenfreude.
Okay.
Let me do this.
Eh.
You guys. Oh boy. Time for the wacky shit. Let's see. Okay. Doink doink. Okay. Everybody here ready? Monichi, you good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me. Hey Noctua.
Yeah.
Hey Noctua, you see Shinpei get pranked.
Noctua just stops from staring blankly and just starts laughing. Shot's is still crying. I'm sorry.
Right.
Oh no! Oh my god! Oh, oh god! I wish you were here to see this. Sorry, Sasha.
No, it's okay. Laugh. It's cheering me up.
You gotta. That's what happens when no one wants to listen to you, Shinpei. Can't talk out of everything. Can't talk your way into eating food. Can't hunt while talking. Can't fight while talking. Oh, yeah, Ensler's my friend already.
You start to cheer up. Meanwhile, on the beach, damn it, where have they gone? You're sure they were around here? Oh yeah, big time. Big guy, armor. You know, you saw the flare. I'm not imagining that part. Yes, clearly not. You said you knew this person. We all do. Okay. Wow. Noctua losing his mind in the end. Well, fan out, search the area. Let me know if you find anything. How frustrating. What should I do, boss? Stay on the... Go back to the ship, I guess. Okay. I'll fire some... Wait, no. All right, you just sent everybody off. Yes. There's nobody to row me back. I'd be taking the boat. Damn it. Yes, I suppose. Just sit quietly. I'm going to meditate. Shinpei sits down under the rock.
Gonna cry more like.
So, don't start. Shinpei internally. You know what? This is nice. In its own way, I'm gaining some inner peace. Just a second to myself. Really reconnecting with the life. Good job, Shinpei.
Good job, Shinpei.
Everyone else, you make it to the caves. Holy shit. They're finding anything on that island.
Yeah. They're gonna go
They're
around
just-
and go, what the fuck?
They're just gonna find the entrance to the cave. So,
Runs into new Silver God.
hey there. Oh my god, you guys make your way to the caves, and as you get closer, that miasma seems to start to grow thicker and the monsters more wild. This island is growing increasingly dangerous, you're starting to realize. Lexi, you're glad Sasha's somewhere else.
God, no kidding! Oh, I did not want her to be out right now.
And you start to hear something, Ansler. And leaving Lexi behind for a moment, you charge ahead, following the sounds of combat. You recognize that noise. It's a very familiar one. You charge through the caves, individual points of darkness almost like eyes watching you. And you make it in to see somebody fighting something. Sola, you're currently exactly as you were before, engaged in life or death combat with a gigantic sludge beast. So, I'm gonna need you to give me to drop your swing and give me a roll to die.
Back at it again at Krispy Kreme as Sola flips and all her arms fall off.
Sola is fighting it and notices its attention is getting drawn and
Yeah.
shouts, "Oh, over here! You better be the last thing you ever see!" And she starts stabbing.
Holy
here.
crap. Yeah.
Yeah, up here, Answer goes, isn't that the one we saw on top of the tower?
Yeah. Oh god. Silver God was suddenly like, yeah, I'm talking now. Yes, I think that was the one that dropped the gravestone that nearly killed you.
Yes. I do remember that.
I like this one.
Looks back over at the fight.
Sola, give me a roll to do. Excellent. So, you are going to, let's see. There we go. You managed to stab deep into the creature. Ooh, wait, no. It's a draw. Give me a reroll. Or, no. Sorry, the roll to die wins, actually. Christian's right on that. So you stab into it, and this creature's, like, increasing tenacity actually seems to make it hard to get your spear in deep. And, like, it manages to give you a shockingly good fight. It's going to roll to do versus you for a second. It rolls extremely well.
Oh.
And then you roll to die versus it.
Okay.
Sola, you are sent flying backwards and you slam into this and then roll across the ground. That dealt a solid 10 damage.
Whoa.
Drop your swing, start of a new round. Ansler, you may get engaged with this one.
Yeah, Ansler just goes, alright, here we're gonna do this one again. Oh, I gotta drop my swing, boop, and roll to die. Perfect. That's good shit.
Wow, gorgeous, beautiful. You see this happening, and you are not going to get to go first. Sola gets to. So choose what you lock in.
Chose red.
Excellent. So yes, give it a go.
All right. So Sola, after getting knocked around, is just like, all right, this is gonna be fun. Okay. Just runs up and grabs it, like tries to run up its back and grabs it by the horns and tries to flip it over her head.
Okay. So it's gonna. I forgot to roll its swing. It's gonna do this one. So, let me roll for it. 16. You got a 27. Okay. Yeah. Narrate you bodily flipping it.
Okay, Sola runs up its back and grabs it by the horns. All right, time to go for a spin, and flips it over and uses her body weight to bring it down.
You flip it bodily and slam it into the ground. Ansler, that was pretty cool. You're getting a little fired up. Also, you feel somebody salivating next to you. By the way, didn't mention, that thing is absolutely delicious. I didn't say it at the time because I didn't want to appear gauche, but oh my god.
Answer without even responding, like midway through his sentence, just fucking leaps at this thing from here and plummets the sword directly into it.
Oh boy, okay.
Oh, incoming.
Yep.
Yeah, you're just stab at it. Okay. You managed to beat it. Give me your narration.
Yeah, so Sola, you toss it on the ground, and you're like, oh, hell yeah, and then it's like, you feel another impact, and you're like, what? Looks up, see this guy just like, on top of it.
Answer, take another go.
Okay.
Answer's wheel, the red's wheel activates.
Upon doing that, he fucking decides to, the sword starts to burn up, right? He's gonna take a chomp. So I guess that's a roll to do.
Yes. Give me a roll to do. Oh
Same.
boy. Die, can it win? It did not roll. It does not win. It rolls like shit. Okay.
Yeah.
You chomp it. What effect are you choosing to take?
I'm going to borrow one of its powers real fast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ansler absorbs a bit of it into the sword, and then his left arm begins to form like a similar goo, and it forms into a goo claw, as he then tries to use that to dig into this thing and rip out more chunks of it.
Okay, excellent. You form the goo claw. So what this will do is I'm going to temporarily add a black stat to your character sheet.
Oh, wow.
For borrowing one of its gifts. Here you go. Whenever you use black, you will use its black stat, and now you can actually clash with black.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yes. That will remain until the end of this fight. It is going to swing at both you and Sola.
Bring it. Bitch!
Here goes. Okay, that's versus Sola. Sola roll to die.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh.
You evade. Narrate your evasion.
Sola does a roll to like the side, and kind of like back, and actually gains some push because and when she takes her turn, she wants to like take a lunge underneath it and drive her spear up. So that's her plan.
Excellent. Next up, Ansler. Roll to die versus this.
Alright. Boop. Submit. And bonus of 3.
Oh! You managed to win because it's an exact draw. Rolls to die beat rolls to do. So, yeah, that, oh my god, that claw comes in handy. Narrate how you use the claw to prevent its attacks from hitting you.
Yeah, what happens is that it's like, it goes in for the attack, and normally, if you were trying to directly block this thing, it wouldn't work, it would just go right through you, because it's a goo monster. But with its claw, it's made of the same substance. He can actually hold this thing back, and he manages to grab onto these tendrils as they reach in and try to grab him, and instead he's holding them. Got him in that grab!
You get him in that grab. You can choose to, since that was a roll to die, you can choose to lock in any of those numbers. It is going to attack you guys again, just to warn you.
I would give this a shot.
Yeah, nice.
Actually, it's gonna be a good opportunity.
Sunflowers attached to your face.
Yeah, I'll use this. Why not? It works.
Perfect. And Sola, if you want to lock in a different swing, that is completely your option. It lurches backwards and smudges itself into the wall, actually letting water build up within itself, and then is going to fire a hyper-pressurized cannon of water at you.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yes. It's going to get an additional 1d6 on this, and doink.
Oh!
It rolls very high! Clash versus that.
Yeah, you got it. I've never once failed.
You may be wanting your Hungy.
I might. Well, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I'll do some Hungy for this. I'll do 2 entire Hungy for this.
Oh, okay.
So let me roll to do. Swing.
And then add those extra 2d6s.
2d6. No bonus, right?
No bonus.
Oh!
Oh, good! Oh my god, you get very hungry very fast. So
Yeah, I have an idea how this goes, actually.
Oh yeah, you go.
So it starts doing its like fucking big ass fucking hyper pressurized water blast, and Ansler, using this newfound claw of goo, extends it and holds its fucking mouth shut as it's trying about to shoot this thing out, and it ends up just damaging itself from the inside.
You deal a comical amount of damage to this creature as you blow it up from within, and as your claw isn't gonna manage to, like, it isn't big enough, it isn't strong enough, you feel sword surge power through your body. Your sword itself, actually, extending miniature spines into your palm and injecting you with more of sword's energy. You quickly grow stronger and cause this thing to explode backwards. It takes a significant amount of damage. Sola, you don't gotta roll. That attack was prevented.
Cool.
Everybody reset at the start of the round.
Okay, drop the swing. And roll die. Oh.
Pick what you're gonna take.
Oops, I almost clicked on Coral Blood. Boop.
Okay. Coral Blood does not get to go first. Yeah, it does not get to go first. Ansler, go.
Yeah, Ansler is going to follow up that attack, seeing that it's weak now. He's going to run up yet again, and this time he's going to actually just, he's going to go for a full-on cleave straight through this thing, but he's going to inject some of that burnin' Legion flair to it to try to burn this thing from the inside.
Okay.
Oh wait, don't I have to roll to die every time I do damage against one of these things?
No, your hunger just goes up, so when you have to roll to die next, it could just go bad. Don't worry, I'm watching.
Thank you.
Are you gonna add any hungy to it?
Yeah, 1d6 worth of hungy.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Oh boy, they're all 5. Okay. Roll to die for Ed. Okay, you managed to set this thing ablaze. It starts to burn. Coral Blood. roll to die versus this. Ansler.
You got it. Oop. Roll to die. Oh!
Ooh, excellent. Very good roll. You managed to avoid the attack, dodging backwards. Sola.
Okay. Sola sees it reach out to attack Ansler, and in that moment before it misses, she's already running up, and there's like an impact on the ground, and you see like stone go flying as she uses all her force to lift up and drive her spear through the bottom of its chin.
Ooh, nice. Excellent. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Die. Okay, you do so. You drive your spear up and you stick it in place. Its entire body begins to surge and spine outwards. This is coming against both of you again.
Whew.
Roll to die versus that.
You got it.
Okay.
I have faith they'll get that one here, please. Damn it!
You got this, Sola. You are speared through. You don't take a wound yet. You just roll backwards. This thing manages to form in almost a pincushion. Ansler, you managed to dodge out of the way.
Yep.
You separate yourself from the creature. You're very close to losing it, but you're somehow keeping it together. Those high-ass rolls to die. You're like, the entire world is shaking. Yeah, that thing looks delicious. Oh, it looks so fucking good. You can barely stand. You want to rip your helmet off.
Yeah.
Start of the next round. Everybody reset. Lexi, join the fight.
Lexi fucking stumbling along, going, I believe I mentioned I am not capable of traversing this terrain break. What is that?
Yeah, like answer upon hearing Lexi come in. Oh, you know, just a big old sludge monster that's just waiting to be torn up. It's a bit.
Well, I can make it more susceptible to you, I think.
Oh yeah, then do so.
Oh, if you're black,
Where
actually.
are all of you coming from? Turns around, sees Lexi. Lexi, you left the coral reef!
Sola, hello! Yes, we have many things to talk about after this!
Oh, exciting. She has like, her arms are like pierced through with whatever sludge. She's like, oh, okay, yeah, let's have a chat.
You seem, well...
Yeah, I feel great.
It's your go first, Ansler.
Yeah, Ansler, once again, using the same abilities as this thing, is going to once again extend out that glue claw and just fucking try to actually bind himself to it to then toss it right back into the center of the arena. Kind of like slamming it back and forth like a big dumb man.
Clash, beat that.
You got it. We'll see how this does. I'm not gonna use any hunger for this one.
Yep.
Oh shit!
Okay. You slam your arm into it, and the exact opposite of what you want to. Well, you'll get the desired effect. You manage to fuse yourself to the creature. You cannot live to the creature. You manage to fuse yourself to the creature. Uh-oh! You
He's
get
getting
drawn
sucked
into
in.
it. You take in that case 11 damage.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah, you do.
Can I don't see my
I got
thing.
your help. Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go. Okay. Sola, your go.
Okay.
Or wait, no, I'm wrong. That was Ansler's go. It's its go. It's gonna immediately it's not taking away your swing. It wants to beat the shit out of you. With you inside of it, it is going to... Actually, yeah, it'll deprive you of your swing, so do drop
Beat the
swing.
shit out of me. Do it.
Yeah, do drop swing.
Oop.
Okay. And then it is going to roll to do with you inside of it. It'll do this now, I think. Okay.
Oh.
Roll to die higher than that.
Whew. That's a hard one. You know,
It's a very hard one.
can I actually spend hunger on roll to
You
die?
can, on roll to die, yeah, if you wanna.
You know what? I will.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I have until I go berserk, but I think this is a
Yeah.
good berserk thing, so... when I do that, I press that, and I also get a +3 for my armor, correct?
You do, yes.
Yeah. Boop, boop.
So, oh, beautiful. Oh boy. Okay, so here's what happens.
Yeah.
The creature draws up to a single point, almost encircling you, and then it leaps from the water and attempts to slam you into the ground, pretty much crushing you down to nothingness. But in this moment, that fire starts to spread and grow and grow and grow, and you explode outwards, the hunger finally taking over. That attack deals no damage.
Flashy.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
What is that? What just happened?
This sight is probably really fucking terrifying because it's fucking because Ansler's arm and face are sticking out of this, but like the rest of him's still inside of it as he's like clawing his way out.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The creature on you says, and then from deep within, oh, excellent. Okay, let's get fed.
Let's get this bread.
Ansler, you're going batshit right now. Sola, it's your go.
Okay. Sola's not really sure what's going on. She sees that happen. She's like, maybe it's good to get this creature off of whatever this is. And goes to do the flippy thing again because she doesn't really have any other ideas. So she runs up its back and tries to flip it by pulling her weight backwards and flip it back over her.
Give me a roll. Okay. It is going to. Oh boy, yeah, you try to pick it up, but like this thing is now frenzied. It's flailing around with this rabid Wolverine on it. It's rolling back and forth across the ground. It's going to attempt to attack you, Ansler. Actually, no, it's lashing out on literally everyone within range.
Do it. Yeah, yeah, this entire time, Sola, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna swing at this thing, and it starts filling around as you hear a coming from inside of it. It's like, what the fuck is going on in there?
You can lock in any swing from your last roll to die.
Oh, excellent. Let me scroll up real. I actually.
Oh, that's your armored one. So you do set swing. Yeah, take a pick.
Oh yes. Whoops. Cancel. Set swing. Yeah. I'm just gonna do a value of 1 since I haven't rolled for anything. That's
you can. You get to use your earlier stats. So like that 3, 5, 1, or 5. Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
There you go. Okay. Give me a roll. Give me a roll to die.
You got it. I guess I don't get the armor bonus this time.
You do not get the armor bonus, no, but you can add Hungy die, and don't forget, add 1d6 from black. I gotta put that on your character.
Oh, add roll 1d6.
Okay, and then you can add as many Hungy die as you want.
I'll add 1 just because it seems fitting right now.
Yeah. Okay. You take 6 damage and dodge the attack. I will not let you know what your health is.
Excellent, perfect. Yeah, what happens is that thing starts flailing around, it's about to crush Ansel underneath it, and he just fucking, right out of it. He finally bursts straight out.
Sola, you see this creature. This is not the man that went in.
What did it do to him?
Lexi, your go.
Oh, fuck. Lexi's looking back and forth at this thing. Now, if he just wants to take a look at Rage Ansler to see what the fuck's up with that, would that be his turn?
You can do that as your turn, if you so wish.
Yeah, he'll save that for now. He'll go, oh, well, never mind. And he'll attempt to, there's no one he can support right now. He'll just attempt to
attack directly.
Yeah, he'll send out a wave of paper to try and slice into this thing.
Okay, give me a roll.
Roll to do? Oh, he doesn't have a swing set.
You should, just
yeah, I need to go back and click that. So,
there you go.
That's not right. It's blue. There it is, blue 6, which is convenient because he's attacking with paper.
Yes, it's gonna roll to die. There it goes. Okay, so you managed to actually slice through it. Tell me how you attack it.
Basically, Lexi flings out a hand that becomes a wing, and feathers fly off it, unfurling into sheets of paper that blast through at high speed, slicing in very precise ways to try and divide this monster into smaller, more manageable portions.
You manage to cut it to pieces. It starts to slop across the ground. Everybody reset.
Oh, exciting.
Oh boy. And some good numbers. 23,
and
17.
blue this time. That means Lexi's gonna take a different swing. Now your blue is strong to yellow?
Yes.
I believe so.
Yes,
Awesome.
exactly.
Okay, well, you've got a swing of one, but he'll try.
Okay. Lexi, do you want to go first?
Yeah, Lexi's going to see, like, Ansler stop being in this funky slug stance and go, I can work with this! And he'll try and throw a glyph out to try and change the creature's vibe, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, dude, good vibe roll.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna roll to die versus you. You beat it. Okay.
Hot
So
damn!
the creature's properties start to pulse and change. It swaps over to yellow. Let me just go. So swing. It's gonna be a yellow. Yellow 6. Okay. Then it is going to. It feels its own properties change. It doesn't like that. It's gonna attempt to swing out at once again Ansler Sola. Both of you roll to do versus this. It does bad.
Can you roll the die?
Roll to die, yes. There you go. Easy, easy. Okay, tell me how you both simultaneously dodge out of the way.
Sola is still holding onto it from her failed flip, so she's still, like, kind of riding it around.
What happens with Ansler is that it goes and does this swing at him, and he does, like, you'd expect, this thing's going, this guy's dodged away each time, right? This time Ansler fucking just runs straight at it, and then fucking jumps over the swing, like a fucking Dark Souls character, and then dodge into an attack to dodge it.
You do so. You manage to get in its face. Ansler, go!
Yeah, so Ansler runs up, and he starts readying his sword, as fucking he, like, flares up. He's gonna do a Raiden Metal Gear Rising style cut this thing to bits.
Okay, give me a roll.
Alright. Boop and boop.
Damn, okay. So you manage to swing through this creature and you divide it cleanly in half. The red's wheel activates. Go again.
Yeah, he's gonna turn around and divide it the other way again. Making him 4 quarters.
Give me another roll.
Boop.
Oh my god, you beat it by 2. You land on the other side, let out a shriek, and then swing back through and divide it in half again. You land next to it as this creature falls to pieces behind you.
Sola does a nice little jump off the top before it totally
Like, oh boy. You look around. Hey,
Go ahead.
hey, Ansler.
Yeah.
Can you give me a roll to die really quick?
You got it.
Here comes trouble.
Yep. Oh, your blue's your highest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you tell me how this goes.
Alright, so what ends up happening here? Oh. Something funky.
Yeah.
What ends up happening here is that Ansler, like, sitting here in this blind rage, like, kind of stops a bit, and he, like, just kind of, like, fucking, the lantern actually falls off of his hip as, like, Sunflower just sits there on the ground. He goes up to this thing, and then he fucking just starts digging into it. Every time his claws burrowing into something, it starts burning up in these 4 quarters this thing's been divided into.
Are you just gonna go through and devour it?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a roll to do.
You got it. Oof.
Okay, you manage to quickly move through this creature and you begin devouring it. You manage to heal back 11 HP. and your hunger decreases. You just do 11 there. Your hunger decreases, and you eat through this thing, and like everyone kind of watches in horror as you do so. You're feasting upon its essence. It's less like direct eating and more like it looks unnatural and fundamentally awful to everyone. At the end of this, I'm going to need you to roll to die to keep it together.
Yep, that was the plan.
Sola actually takes a step back.
What is he doing?
I have no idea. That did not look very tasty.
You do that, and you turn slowly, and you see over here potential targets. Yeah, no, they look nice and tasty, and you take one step forward, and some part of your will digs back against the shadow. You push back the red, having eaten your fill for now.
Yeah, what ends up happening here?
Yeah.
He starts walking forward, and you like Sola and Lexi. You hear this you feel this threatening as fuck aura coming at you, and then you hear, and then like he fucking just stops, plants the sword in the ground, takes both of his hands, and just fucking bashes himself against the fucking face.
Oh!
You slide down the side of it, and the fire starts to dismiss.
He was like fucking, he then falls back and then starts sitting on the ground next to this fucking burning corpse right next to him.
That was delectable, by the way.
Mm.
It's really a shame you can't hear my voice when you're in that state.
Yes. He kind of like stands back up. You two. He points at the two of you.
Ensler?
Sola has her hands on her cooking knives at her back.
What happened?
Don't worry about it.
No, I understand if you want to keep the details of whoever it is you speak to private, but what I felt just now was clear menace.
Yeah.
You know this one, Lexi?
This is Ansler. Apparently we've both has Sola met you before, Ansler?
Yes, I believe on top of the tower and also in this very same room.
I feel like I'd remember you.
No, there's oh dear, there's quite a lot to
Holds
tell you.
out Sunflower. Explain.
Sunflower briefly goes over the situation for Sola, more or less the same that happened with Lexi. Just well, here's the situation on the island. There are parts of your memories that are missing, the parts that you were willing to forget. I still think there are probably other parts of your memories that have yet to be fully unlocked. But at least for now, I can let you know that certainly this is not the first time you've met him.
So it looks like a little dizzy for a second.
Yeah.
Lexi just like looks at her somberly and nods and says, I can feel places in myself information should be that I should be able to connect to, but it is faded, it is inaccessible. There is someone we have forgotten named Noctua. There is...
Oh, I've heard of Noctua before. So...
Sola, can you give me a roll to die really quick?
Okay. Oh, I think it's not loading right away.
Ooh, that's fine. Here, I can actually hit it for you. Oh yeah,
Okay.
it ain't going.
Did API break?
Or Roll20's thinking real hard.
Yeah, I hit drop swing and then roll to die, and it's done neither.
Let's see.
It's just having a moment.
That worked.
There it is.
Roll
Oh, no.
1d20. There it goes!
There we go.
Just add the course a little bit.
Okay, actually, do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Roll to die with a bonus equal to your bond level with Noctua. So it's a 2, because he gave you one of the items
Okay.
back. Okay, and then choose something to lock in. 15. Okay. That name's brought up to you for a second, Sola. Yeah, Noctua. And you pull out your journal, and you look at the missing page, or the page that was once missing, and it's weird. The way Lexi describes it, that vagueness exists inside you too. Missing puzzle piece. But it flashes back almost perfectly. You were talking with this man about something important. His face and his features are something that you find a lot of difficulty in remembering exactly. But you actually remember what he said to you. Because what he said was tied up in something that is now core to your being, you're starting to realize. He talked to you about the Silver God. He talked to you about what you were planning to do with them in the future. And to a certain extent, he freed your own heart from a lot of misgivings you had. It's a really weird thing, but you don't remember Noctua clearly. But you remember the shape he had. The impression he left on your life. And from that, almost naturally, your memories of the past few days start to flood back. And in a moment, you're in that cave, and honestly, like a missing limb, the memories regenerate just the same.
Remembering the conversation Sola had with Noctua, she actually flushes a little bit, so anyone looking might think that she was flushing thinking of Noctua.
Sword floats up to your shoulder, Ansler, and just goes, oh.
What are you owing about?
It seems like somebody just remembered something important.
How did I forget that?
You remember?
Sunflower hides.
Sola looks over and sees the sunflower hiding. Did you do that?
Yes.
Was this your fault?
Yes and no. Like, listen, I wouldn't be able to do that if part of you didn't want to forget to begin with, and you're clearly another troublesome one. Your regrets
You bet I'm troublesome.
Shake, 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 shake.
Boinky, boinky, boinky.
Listen, I'm starting to realize there are people here I cannot so easily shackle or bamboozle. Those with light regrets seem to be able to get away. Stop shaking me!
Lexi in the fucking background. I don't remember shit. Sweats.
Uh-oh. So, yes, it was me, and you can congratulate yourself for being so tenacious, or I suppose guilt-free. It's so frustrating. This isn't... Sunflower looks around. The night will become absolute soon. And we don't want to be out during that time. I can take us to a safe place if that's okay with everyone.
Fine, but why do we not want to be out at night?
Sunflower seems to wilt. In the unobservable places of this island, I can't control the land anymore. Ornis was blighted by the catastrophe that happened to it. I'm doing whatever I can to stop that blight from spreading. But if it's night, if it's absolute night, if there's no light to cast out, if there's no light to add definition to the darkness, creatures like that Silver God will begin to pour out more and more. You perk up at the mention of Silver God, Sola!
And she also points out to the lantern that Sunflower's attaching. Oh, we got a light right there.
Actually, you look at that lantern, you notice this light, while it is lit, is very, very dim. Like, real dim.
That does not
Yeah,
appear to be a regular lantern.
It's clearly not, which is why I detest being put so close to it.
Relax, it's not like it's going to leans in, eat you or anything.
I love this job. I love this job. Sword says, looking over at this. You've noticed he's like he's walking around with the like elation of someone who just finished a delicious meal, and is just like looking down at the big creature. These are great. Let's find more of them. What an exquisite flavor. I wonder if we could package some up and bring some back for later.
And how do you intend to bring that back to HQ of all places?
That's not my issue. I don't have a body. Or I guess I have a body. It's just, looks at the sword.
Then it's not my issue to bring it there. Keeps on walking.
Sola lightly nudges Lexi with her elbow and whispers out the side of her mouth, "Who is he talking to?"
I don't know, and he doesn't want to be asked about it. He doesn't respond well to being asked about it.
I know, it makes him look... I know, it makes him look totally deranged.
Completely
Turns
oblivious
around.
to this. As far as I can tell, there is someone he can see that we cannot. Although that might be entirely... who's to say if that is real or not? There's really no way of telling at this point in time.
Yeah.
And I can't see that it matters either.
At just like the simplest explanation, Sola's like, "All right, whatever."
Yeah, when fucking Sword said that, he slowly turns around, eye glint.
Oh god, he's looking this way. Oh god.
Turns back around. Where is this safe place of yours?
Sola shouts back with a thumbs up, "We support you, man."
I love her.
Huh?
Sword walks up behind you and just like pats you on the back. Sunflower floats up and over. I can take us all there. Or, more correctly, we'll wind up there if we just walk forward a little bit longer.
Very well. You, points at Sola.
Eh?
I suppose I've already have a band of merry men here. Looks around at this party of 3, 4, 5. Yes. I guess if you want to come along as well, I suppose everybody has some form of stakes in this.
Yeah, I'm curious about whatever this is. But kind of just like gestures around.
Yes, yes.
Excellent,
So
he
you
says,
should come with us.
heads down.
What if I said that I was going to leave for now? What if I decided to leave the party?
Ignores.
What would you do?
Ignores.
Where would you be without me?
Ignores.
You ever wonder about that?
Ignores.
Hey, Ansler, do birds dream?
I fucking love that.
Yeah, he just, like, Sola and Lexius hear Ansler go,
You start to...
Lexi actually just hangs back for a second. He kind of like tugs on Sola's sleeve a little bit and goes, "Sola, do you remember everything that happened?"
I remember Noctua. Remember talking to. I remember Silver God. I guess. Was that everything?
He looks really concerned. I believe so. I cannot remember any of it. I am entirely dependent upon your confirmation now and Ansler's, and Sunflower said something about something I did not want to know. And I am ashamed and terrified of what that might be.
And they didn't tell you.
They did not.
Okay. Well, you got me around now, so we'll tackle this together, huh?
He smiles. Thank you, Sola. It is good to see you again.
It's great to see you.
You.
Begin walking after Ansler.
You guys reconnect and you feel a bond actually forming between the two of you.
Hell yeah!
It took a series of strange circumstances to get you here, but you realize you're living through strange times. The island has seemed... a certain degree of illusion is broken over the island, and where you're at now, you're not sure. Terra firma is a strange thing, but you can feel it in each other to a certain extent. Your bond is empowered. And elsewhere in the world, time creeps on by.
This shit, Noctua.
It's pretty whack, right?
And the door slowly cracks open.
Ah.
Ansler, you come inside. And Noctua,
Oh.
you see somebody walk into the room.
Oh. Ansler.
Huh?
You've been up to some pretty interesting stuff out there.
No, God, I'm back here of all fucking places.
Hey, why don't you take a seat for a bit? Let's chat.
Looks around, looks for Sunflower.
Gone.
That's little... Okay. Ansler goes, where am I?
I have a question, Jay.
Yeah.
Did I see what was going on during that middle ground?
Yes.
Okay.
You can also
Okay.
totally see Sword.
Yeah, I mean, like, when they were walking, he's just suddenly here now. Did I see him get all the way over here? Like, did I see how he got here?
No.
Okay, gotcha.
It's like he walked into the darkness of the cave and just opened the door here.
Okay. But I could see all that other stuff, okay.
Yeah, you can see everything else, and you can absolutely directly see Sword.
Yeah. Oh, and you're what's your name?
Sword is like looking off into the distance and then realizes you're
Yeah.
talking to him.
Ansler's like sitting there like thinking, you already know my name, what the fuck?
No, not you. That one.
Wait, you can. Oh, another one that can see me. Fascinating. Perhaps it's because you are favored by the island too. Looks over at Sasha. Well, my name is actually all but faded. I'm.
All right, all but faded. My name's Noctua.
Oh, I like this one.
Fucking dad joke.
Are you a dad by any chance?
He thinks about that. Probably.
Oh god.
Yes, I can sense as much. No, my name has long since left. Just call me Sword for the moment. It's what he calls me, it's what I am. Sits down in the chair.
Yeah, you notice that Ansler, like, without even thinking about it, like, Sword notices and went, heh, but Ansler totally went for the red chair. And Sword's like, heh.
Yeah, Sword just looks at that and laughs. You know I would have taken that chair if you hadn't, right?
Let me just shoot.
Wait, hold on.
Go
Hold
to
on.
the red stool.
Hold on, I'm going to hang out with my new friend over here. He's looking backwards on the stool.
It's been quite an interesting journey you've gone through. Been talking to that sunflower.
Yes, that's right. He kind of looks around this place some more. I'm going to go on and assume that this place is that thing's domain.
Sasha slowly nods.
Yes.
This place was made with their magic. And I think we're safe here, so that's good. They actually can't hurt people, so they can't really make anything that'll hurt you. They can only make places that like trick you.
You gotta think about that. That's funny. We talked the first time. I'm pretty mad about that. If they could talk the whole time, that makes me kind of angry. But
All you had to do was shake it a little bit and it speaks up.
we shake it quite a bit, to be fair.
Sasha shakes her head. I think it's only because of that they learned how to talk. Like, I don't think they put the work in before.
All right. Okay.
I think they've talked to me in the past or tried, but I can't remember it.
You gotta think about that. Do you think it's because it slipped away, or that it was painful and you forgot? Like, purposely.
I think it hurt.
He kind of pats her on the head one moment, but then also redirects back. Regardless, he said a lot of interesting things. Noctua kind of like just... He stops, and then he realizes something. Hey, Sword.
He looks up and over. Man, it's so weird. I gotta get used to people calling me that. Yes, what's good? How can I help?
He kind of points right over here. Not really. Help yourself. There's a giant red comforter chair over here.
Oh.
What's the significance of that, by the way?
Thank you very much.
Just like the color red?
Floats over and touches down. Can I? Looking over to Ansler.
Very well.
The red. It's a nickname. It's, how do I put this? I'm going to phrase it like an ancient riddle, if that's okay. I know mortals are usually intolerant of such things, but I'm going to say it anyway. Is that acceptable? I don't want to ruin our budding friendship.
He kind of like scoots his head over. I love a good riddle.
Well, I suppose the nature of the red is one of those. It is something that can only be granted, never taken for oneself. It is something that has existed since the dawn of time and will exist to the end. It is something that one tries to wrap their mind about, yet that will always elude them. That is because the nature of the red is not decided by the holder, but instead by those that witness it. The red is something that can only be seen from the outside, and is to a certain extent like the self.
I see, okay.
Sasha tilts her head back and forth. She doesn't get any of that.
So, he kind of like turns over to Sasha a bit and is like, the way I probably see it, it's like how being a legend, for the most part, a lot of that's, you can't really be legendary by yourself. You gotta have some outside opinion. People need to believe you're legendary. It's kind of like that, but there is also a lot of interior stuff. You have to live up to being a legend. You are, in your own right, he kind of like flexes his arm a bit, a legend. But the red sounds like it's that without that extra internal part. It's just sort of, it's an external legend compared to an internal one.
You're very wise, muscle man.
Thank you, Sword man.
He leans across. In a manner of speaking, the red is the world's oldest legend, and it will outlive the concept of legends. As mythology itself begins to fade, it will shift, always existing. Because, simply put, it is a primal reaction. It is something that will exist as long as humanity, and he says humanity very pointedly, looking over at Ansler, exists. It is a simple call. It's similar to pointing at the ocean and calling it the ocean. What that means depends on your relationship to the ocean. Are you a fisherman? Do you enjoy fish? Do you find fish delicious? He leans in. But ultimately, the fact that it is the ocean will remain a constant for everyone. A certain word rings out across your head, Noctua. Something that didn't really cross your mind until recently. You always thought about everything in terms of myths, legends, all that fun stuff. But this phrase, truth of the world, is stuck in your brain like a stake. And it floats around, and Sword begins to float up through the air, move across, taps down, and then walks back over to Ansler. The fact that this man is called the Red is as profound a reason as the ocean is deep. Sits down. His hair is red.
Ansler fucking pops his helmet off and fucking sits and just sits there.
That's That's pretty damn funny, honestly.
I mean, it is a joke, but simultaneously, there is no deep or convoluted reason for why this man is entitled the Red. He inherited, simply put, the oldest title to ever exist simply because his hair was red.
Yes, he actually like kind of takes out his lantern and sets it on the table. At the organization I work with, they decide to give everyone a title of some kind, and they said, "Hey, you need a title. We'll just call you the Red. There's some sort of deep meaning to it." For the guild master being as old as it is, it just decides to give me that.
Oh, that's... I'm sorry about that one. I hope you wear it with pride, though.
It's the only thing I can wear nowadays.
I make sure he's plenty proud of his accomplishments.
Mm.
You're a real good friend then, Sword.
Thank you for seeing it that way. I wish someone else would.
Answer heard that, and he answer literally in the back of his head went, "Wonder who that could be."
Regardless, you seem to be quite capable for pissing off the island this much. We've been through our fair share of disturbances. Maybe not one of this caliber before. Stops, looks at Ansler. No, maybe one or two of this caliber.
One or
before,
two.
but This.
The
Hmm?
flesh thing? How was that?
That one
Sword
wasn't.
stops and looks away.
Ansler looks at Sword. Yes, the flesh ball. A very rare blue level threat that someone somehow didn't detect, despite it throwing a wedding in the middle of the town, in which it betrothed itself to the mayor.
I'm on this side of the room right now with my new friends now, so I can't hear you.
I must say, I'm a little jealous, given that you know me, and my love of the plannings of weddings, that I missed out on being able to participate in something, given that it was so obvious.
Very, very mad. He's a wedding enthusiast. You wouldn't know it by looking at him. He's going to hold this. I didn't think he could hold this grudge forever, but here we are.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're just gonna be living with that one.
Mm-hmm. Sasha's like looking between the two of you, and she's faintly smiling. She just seems happy to listen, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Noctua kind of like Noctua thinks he gets why. I think he gets that experience pretty damn well right now, actually.
Yeah, exactly. It's just listening and being around people.
Yeah. He kind of like, so, Sword, Ansler, I see that your goal at the end of this is to tear this place to dust, right?
That'd be
Looks like
correct.
an Ansler.
Well, that was also my plan, though. I'd like to do that in a way that feels right.
Sasha fidgets.
He kind of stops a bit and turns over to Sasha. Hey, Sasha.
Yeah.
Can tell you're very nervous.
Yeah.
Is there anything that I could do to make you not?
She fidgets. It's just I don't know what happens to me, and this place is still my home, you know. So knowing it's hurting people, and knowing it's drawing them in, and knowing that it has to go away is really scary.
Yeah. I'm so sorry about that, kid. But that is, to some degree, why I'd like to know what's going on. I've got my plan walking in, but I'd like to know the full story. Then I can figure out what to go about doing from there.
She.
I can tell you one thing.
You go.
I don't plan to tear this place down if it destroys you.
She looks encouraged at that a little bit. Okay, I promise I'll tell you everything. Everything I know.
Mm.
She screws up her face a little bit. Meanwhile, over here, why don't you say something nice to the kid? She's really sad. Cheer her up.
I don't know if you've checked in recent times, but I am not the type of person that is very good at cheering people up.
Oh, you always put a smile on my face. That's the expression on his pog. Come on, she looks up to you. Didn't you see how she was looking at you the other time that you also did a good job of protecting her. Come on. She's afraid right now because we're big professional people from the outside world. We're just here to smash her little dream reality or whatever this is. Gestures around. And it takes the advice of a professional. And perhaps a kind word, or maybe even a joke or two, to calm someone like that down.
Fine. He, like, slowly turns around. Sasha.
Yeah?
He's thinking really hard on what he should say. How does one go about cheering you up?
Noctua just starts laughing.
Sword starts laughing too, and then she looks between you, how serious you are, and then her face splits into this big stupid smile, and she starts laughing as well. You did great. That's too good, And with that, the night passes by in the Eventide Inn. Shockingly raucous, you feel yourself drawing closer to a person you would have otherwise never met. And with that, we'll call it to a close for tonight.
Okay.
That was hysterical, by the way.
That was great.
Holy shit.
Oh boy.
That was such a good episode.
I
So
adore them!
Oh boy. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna call the recording now. Unless you guys.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hey, stream. Hey, chat. Hey, tell us what you thought of the episode. Thank you. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.